Spurk Snake is karmic chair dancing. Hit him with the hardcore. Alrighty, we're gonna get started here in just a quick second. I gotta do things manual tonight because I don't have my main keyboard out because I need the space on my desk so I can open up these card packs and have them out for y'all to see. So I don't think I can easily switch these things, which is a me problem. See, that's what happens when you get comfortable with your hotkeys. Let's see. See, I got this. Going to take off that, and then we're going to put it back up here. There we go. I just don't have a hotkey to do it, so it takes longer. Spurk Snake in the chat recommended a video. He said in Discord, just for the record, I hate games like this, and took a clip of Dr. Disrespect playing a game. So we're gonna go ahead and watch this clip.
Too much momentum, I can't stop.
Ah, I see. I see why you would hate games like this.
What the fuck is going on? No!
Yeah, that's relatable. Way too relatable, actually.
No! Oh, no! 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 Oh, no! Oh.
Teached you. How dare you be alive and play the game and enjoy things.
I've got to use the restroom.
Get fucked. Good clip there, Snake. Good clip. Tonight, we're going to be listening to Red Thread on and off in the background. This episode is covering the... here, hold on. I can get the full version. Again, I just don't have hotkeys for this, so I have to do it all manually. But I do have all of the things I need. There you go. It is the aerial school UFO incident. 60 UFOs, or 60 students saw aliens. Sorry. So, about a bunch of people, like, collective, either mass hysteria or actually saw some aliens. So, I guess we're gonna find out. And then that up there. All right. So we're going to, oh, they're loying. Yeah, most likely, but you know, who knows? Maybe they're paid by big alien. All right. So tonight we're going to be starting with the older packs, I guess. They're still newer, but they're the prismatic evolutions. So they are the packs that focus kind of like on the EVs and their evolutions. So here's some of the pack art here. Pretty cool. You know, they just have their little crowns because of the region that they're in. That's their special thing, is having like gems whenever they go into their super mode, which is like terrestrialize. They're like Terra, T-E-R-A.
Or any fancy Hollywood tricks, we are actually in the same room. This isn't CGI. This isn't a bizarre encounter of the third kind.
Yeah.
Yet. But it is a...
Snake, feel free to hop in if you want to.
Because Jordan and I are on the road investigating some of our own spooky situations.
Oh, I should get a trash can before I go any further with this.
Please God.
Crap. Okay, again, I don't have any of my hotkeys, so I gotta hit my
we're in the deep
camera. It doesn't matter. I'll just get out.
Jackson is financially in the deep as well.
Yeah, this is
more ways than one. He's in deep every way. He's emotionally in the deep. We're deep in the middle of Australia. And I think Jackson's probably in deep shit as well. I don't think it's going to pan out. But nonetheless, we will persist on. See, you can see his heart.
Osiris is just lurking here too.
Save the realization.
I don't know if it's the money aspect of it that hurts the most, or if it's the fact that I just spent 20 hours in a car to be told it's probably not going to happen, Jackson. I think that's the part that hurts the most.
Well,
hey,
I had fun.
Gotta find the right angle.
You are.
I am.
You soldiered on for this one.
This might be the straw that breaks the camel's back, though. This might be no effort, Jackson, from now on.
And move that right here.
Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah, so this week's episode, we're in person, obviously, but I still do bring topical information for us to digest.
Yeah.
Given we are talking about the aerial school UFO incident.
Right there.
So let me just quickly...
All right, cool. That's good for me.
A little preamble here.
Then it's easy to just hold them right
Most
here.
alien encounters are easily dismissed as
I have to hold them like that. There we go.
Crazy witness.
So we got Houndour,
The story wasn't from
Applin,
one lone witness
Goldine.
out on a deserted road in the early morning hours.
I'm just gonna sort these as I go, actually.
60 school children on their playground.
I'm only gonna shout out the important ones too, because I'm not gonna just keep calling duplicates all night.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you already yawning.
And I slept in the van for 20 hours.
You did
the whole
sleep
20 hours.
20 hours today.
I was in Brisbane and now I'm here. It was like an MIB flash.
I
will stay away.
Yeah, thank you.
I will persevere.
This is your little trickle of effort. Staying awake.
Everyone's pulling their weight.
Suddenly, the story becomes a whole lot more
I got an
fascinating.
I have a different hollow.
That's exactly what happened on September 16th,
This is just, I think that's, I don't know
when
what any of the
during
patterns
break,
are called.
A school of children
I'm not
witnessed a silver craft descend
that
from
big
the
into
sky,
it.
where it then landed in the brush beyond their schoolyard.
I just collect them because I like
From
the cards and the
object
little code
emerged a
cards
being
for the
with
game.
large dark eyes who communicated not with words but with powerful telepathic images, bringing with it urgent warnings about humanity's future. The detailed drawings they created from their experience, the individual retellings of the story, have remained remarkably consistent for decades, making the aerial school encounter one of the most perplexing and surprisingly credible, I don't know, you're going to shake your head there,
How's it credible?
UFO sightings in modern history. Let's find out in this week's episode of Red
Because so
Thread,
many people
and
said it,
luckily,
I guess I'm going to find out.
I mean,
Jackson
this is
answered it. I'm going to
perfect
find
for
out.
you. I'm going to assume...
We're going to go look at aliens and doing a podcast on aliens.
Yeah, and I'm sure you're not going to shit on it.
squared.
You're not going to shit on it the entire time as well.
No, this one I remain firmly agnostic to. Which, let's just say this.
That's not what I heard at
Agnostic is
dinner.
as close as I could get to skeptical
That
of
ability
this
is pretty
subject.
mean.
I
Boring
was shocked. So, spoilers alert, he's being a little bit playful with the truth, I would say. We just came back from dinner, and I was shocked to find out that this is the one alien UFO theory that Jordan is very dismissive of.
Yep. I'm just going to reveal that a little bit later.
Or a
on,
little-
but now
no
that the
reason.
cat's out of the bag, that's exactly what I am.
No,
This is the one version.
I don't have enough room to sort
where
the
I think,
hollows, so
I
I'm
don't
just
know if I
going to
trust a bunch of
sort them by type.
clown pictures
and then I'll do
drawn
those
by
later.
12-year-olds.
But there's a lot of pictures.
There is a lot of pictures.
And they're all vastly different.
And
That's
as we
enough
all
for
know,
me.
variety. Yeah, because it's kind of like diversifying your share portfolio. One of them's got to be a right pick.
Yeah. One of them's the actual alien. The rest are just...
Yeah.
I don't know what any of the good cards in any of this packs are. I know the Journey Together packs because I played a lot of that on the TCG.
Primary school situated in Ruwa, Zimbabwe. And if you don't know, Zimbabwe's in Africa. At the time, Ruwa was not formally incorporated town, but rather an agricultural and commercial crossroads located approximately 22 kilometers southwest of Harare, the capital of Zimbabwe. It kind of sounds like where we are right now, actually. kind of like this crossroads in the middle of the.
I think so, yes. And I think that this school is probably about as economically
That's like
well off as Long Reach, Australia.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. It looks like a dog.
They've got a plane.
Yeah.
A big.
I think that's a
plane
dog.
Long Reach. Editor, put that up on the screen. Otherwise, people won't know what we're talking about.
And also know that this was the place where our airline was founded.
Yeah.
And as soon as they had the money, they flew out.
Yeah, they got on the first plane out of Long Reach. You know, like,
They
Ooh, that's
invented
cool.
it so they could leave.
yeah, that's how desperate they were to leave. They invented flight like 100 years after the Wright brothers.
Like textured. Do you see that? Yeah.
The
camera
school
catch
itself catered to a more affluent demographic with a student body composed largely of children from wealthy families in the Harare area. As a witness would explain in the future, the children represented a, quote, cross-section of Zimbabweans, that is black children from several tribes, colored children, which is a crossbreeding of black and white, this is their quote, Asian children whose grandparents were from India, and white children, mostly Zimbabwean born, but whose parents were either from South Africa or Britain. That is to say that
Wait,
the
is that a
children
shiny
mostly
energy?
came from an assortment of different
Dang.
backgrounds and cultures, which would make the level of eventual consistency in their stories interesting. What I always
That's
find
kind
interesting
of
is
kind of
that
rare. I
whenever
rarely
hear
ever see those.
like a South African.
Got like a sheen to it.
accent
I wouldn't necessarily like call it like shiny.
from like the 80s or 90s. It sounds distinctly like Australian almost to me.
Does it?
Yeah, for some reason there's some kind of like tinge to it where I'm like, are they from Australia? And then I find out they're from like 90s South Africa.
I did not know that they had the same accent.
Maybe
as
they
us.
don't, but maybe I just was raised in like an area heavy with South African accents and I just mistook that for Australian. Maybe,
Is that
I don't
what
know.
happened?
I have no clue why, but I
We do have a lot of migrants, and they do tend to flock in certain areas. You could have.
it's a possibility, and we do.
Ooh, I got
actually have
both
a lot of South
evolutions from the
African
same pack.
Migrants.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, historically.
Heaps.
I like when that
Yeah,
happens.
it's a shame because you're into rugby league instead of rugby union, so it does make me
This
think that you're
is
just
meant
really
for
shit at picking up people's
terrifying.
accents.
Like,
And
Yeah.
you can't tell the difference.
Is there some-
because it's like quite unique.
It is.
It's-
like
I
when
think
hear
it's,
them
like,
next to each other, I'm
specifically
like, that doesn't sound at all.
to call
like what-
evolutions
I
for
think
your
my image of what an
EVs.
Australian
Like that's
accent
really what
is,
people
like,
use it for.
So skewed by media that I swear. I've
Just
talked to real
guessing.
people, by the way. It's just for some reason, as soon as I hear them on TV, I'm like, yeah, that sounds like me. That sounds like us.
What?
Yeah, any accent.
That's incredible.
I don't know.
Something is really weird about your ears, and yeah, whatever. Something.
I
about
like
vocal
Dusk
tonality,
Noir.
That's something we've learned in this podcast.
Yeah, I
that
can't do impressions. I
Hey,
can't
Florian.
manipulate my voice in any interesting way. I can't.
everyone
decipher
sounds the same to you. It's like
yeah.
you're sound blind.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I
Flugelhorn
literally think
shoe?
that is the case.
Excuse me?
Is there some kind of like?
What a monotone world you must exist in.
That's why I'm so sad.
It's like
man.
yeah, it's like when dogs can only see in black and white. But
yeah, that's
yeah, you're very limited.
all the songs sound the same. Crucially, the area school event did not occur in isolation. In the 48 hours leading up to September 16th, the date of the primary event, a significant wave of UFO sightings were reported across southern Africa, particularly in
Boo,
Zambia
duplicate.
and Zimbabwe. Did you know this?
Mm,
You knew about them.
UFO
Ooh,
sightings
first fire
previous?
type
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so you know all about the story then.
Ooh.
Yes.
Like there's nothing.
Now
I
this
can
is
say
good.
that
I
doesn't
actually
surprise
use this card.
Like-
We will see.
you. Like they found the alien.
That ability is nice.
Yes, that would surprise me, but it seems like a very cheap thing that you tried to get in for like some thrill, and so I
Damn.
don't think
Real
it is in
decent
there.
card.
You are too crafty, my friend. You are onto me. Eyewitnesses from various locations. Fucking eye trouble today.
Yeah, that's right.
Eyewitnesses from various locations reported observing a large, bright, fireball-like object that traversed through the sky at
Yay,
around 9
Larva
p.m.
car.
on September 14th. This event itself was preceded by a large sonic boom heard across the country, which allegedly rattled doors and windows. Local UFO
Okay, hold on, sorry.
researcher
I want to
Cynthia
rewind
Hind,
that
the
part.
editor of 6 locations reported observing a eye trouble. Eyewitnesses from various locations.
There we go.
Fucking eye trouble today.
Yeah, that's right.
Eyewitnesses from various locations reported observing a large, bright, fireball-like object that traversed through the sky at
This
around
card
9
is
p.m. on September
kinda
14th.
nuts. That
This
ability
event
is very
itself was
new,
preceded
very
by a
deep.
large sonic boom heard across the country, which allegedly rattled doors and
You can, like,
windows.
email
Local
damage to
UFO
people.
Researcher Cynthia Hind, the editor of the periodical UFO Afri News and the African representative for MUFON, That's MUFON, which is the Mutual UFO Network, which I guess is like a international organization.
I'm aware of their work.
I'm a subscriber. It's an organization developed around the idea of attempting to debunk UFO sightings so that only the strongest sightings are left as credible instances.
Okay, that's fair.
They had documented these reports after receiving various
That's a good
calls describing
organization.
individual sightings over this time period. Cynthia had also heard the large explosion that was believed to have been connected.
They
with these
debunk
new
all the ones
sightings
that
on the
can.
night of the 14th and was already investigating the emerging situation. The news had reported that the noise had emanated from a meteor shower, but Cynthia herself, like any good UFO nut, wasn't convinced, as there had been an influx of sightings in the days prior.
I like
a
getting
sighting
hollow
of some
training.
bright lights that were aligned in a row above Lake Kariba that had moved erratically, unlike a meteor. God, I hope that happens to us.
That is a decent build.
Yeah, wouldn't it be great if we were these kids?
I just, all I need is
Search your deck for
God
any
to
2
smile
trainer
down-
cards.
like smile down at me and like some.
But then the
plane
Pokemon
flying
doesn't do
right
much
there
after
while we're on
that,
this
so he's
trip.
kind of worthless.
Right, just
In my
give me-
opinion,
We
in
can
my
make hay
builds,
out of
I don't
it
like
at the
it.
very least.
Yes, please, God, please.
And we'll believe it regardless.
Yeah, no
It's
matter.
not even that much of a miracle. Come on.
Please.
This is the home of flights. Isn't this incredible that we are going into the middle of the desert begging to see a plane?
Yeah, you reckon it's actually the lights that we're coming out here to see is like the spirit of Qantas old. Our national camera.
Roto
I don't know what
stick.
it's called,
It
the
looks like a
spirit of
selfie
Australia.
stick.
Yeah. Oh, it lives out
It
here.
could be.
God, that'd be sick.
Fan Rotom.
Beyond
Fan
these
follows
nocturnal
capability.
fireball sightings, Hind also documented
You can call 3
other
Pokemon with less than 100 HP.
contemporaneous
Pretty
reports
decent.
of similar unexplained activity. For example, he's included a daylight sighting by a young boy and his mother, as well as an account from a commercial trucker who reported an encounter with alien beings on a road. These various events contributed to a broader pattern
Kinda
of
bad.
reported high strangeness in the region at the specific time, which of course contributed to
Ooh,
a
now
media
that's another one of the
frenzy
cool
or
ones.
UFO mania within Zimbabwe. And I have some videos here actually. Let's have a look at these videos.
Got that text.
Oh, the
Editor's gonna
fireballs?
put them up. What's that?
This is the fireball stuff.
So no, I actually got archive footage from the news station at the time. I don't know.
Hundreds of people today phoned the ZBC and the BBC correspondent
Yeah, it's
in
like
Harare
textured.
saying
Cool.
they sighted an
And
unidentified
I got the same card.
flying
just
object
regular.
last night. We have some eyewitness reports.
And then behind it is
Where that guy is now.
the fluttering mane.
Been abducted. He's
Oh, okay, so that's why he's in this file footage.
Ooh, and
I was
a
wondering. It just seems to be
shimmery,
a random
water
a
energy.
news report.
Here we go. No, it was this continuation. I don't know why I clicked them.
I like the shimmery waters. I like shimmery any energies.
That
They're
sounds
cool.
like an Aussie to you.
Yeah, this is from Long Read.
Yeah, it's
Hold on.
Australian. Right, okay.
Now, what do you think? Come on.
That's really good footage.
Too much shit,
I
actually.
really like
Yeah,
it.
that's good
Yeah.
UFO footage.
This would be better than ours.
From
I
above
wouldn't
Lake
trust it, but
Kariba.
you know, I'm a skeptic.
I will say that the South
I'd like to
African
believe- I want to
accents
believe-
add some legitimacy to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They sound so royal somehow. I don't know what it is with their accents. They sound very authentic.
It was a bright, radiant light. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
It was,
My
it was
life.
the absence of noise I didn't like.
Yeah, I like it. It's very Australian. Sounds like home.
You are too Americanized, Jackson.
I
You
really am.
are.
I don't-
Like, 'cause I can guarantee you, this is our audience cannot tell the difference between South African, New Zealand, and
Oh
Australian
no, they
accent,
absolutely
and neither can you.
They can. I'm the only. I'm very unique.
All
in
right,
this
prove me
way.
wrong in the comments.
Yeah.
Can you tell the difference between any of them? But
Not really.
I'll give you some credit. I can't tell the difference between Canadians and Americans until they say a boot, and that's it.
Yeah,
That's the only way to
it's
find out.
Certain like verbs, yeah.
Kind of speaking.
On one hand, this
That's
clustering of
cool.
sightings is a common feature in ufological. Is that how you pronounce it? Ufological or UFO-logical?
I would say UFO logical, and logically, I think I'm wrong for doing.
Yeah, I'm
that.
going to say ufological because
I
it's
think
one
it
word.
sounds right.
Yeah, ufological studies and can suggest a genuine external phenomenon being witnessed by many. On the other hand, of course, it can also be indicative of
Got a leak,
heightened
yeah.
public awareness and as such,
I like-
misidentification. That could just be a firefly in the sky. As for the eventual explanation of the mass sightings that took place in the immediacy before the area school incident, well, the primary skeptical explanation for the fireball sighting centers on the re-entry of
What?
Space debris.
Space debris. No.
Of
That's
an alien
space
kind.
debris suck. Boring. Boring
No,
answer.
of
It has to
humankind.
be.
Unfortunately, unless you count Russians as aliens, then no.
Yeah, but what are they hiding? How did they find out how to make satellites? Through trial and
The
error?
Russians?
I think not.
Yeah, from the aliens. They visited Lenin. According to researcher and skeptic Brian Dunning, known for his weekly podcast Skeptoid. Yeah, I knew that was going to
Ooh,
get
we
you.
got the evolve form.
How could you have a more ridiculous name for the Skeptic podcast than you can for UFO Research
Ooh.
Society?
Move on.
Mufa sounds way more legit.
Got an ace spec, sparkling
Skeptoid.
crystal.
The object widely reported across southern Africa was likely
It's
the
basically a
entry
free
of the
energy for any Terra Pokemon.
rocket booster, and I looked it up from the launch of the Cosmos 22.
Skeptoid? I'm sorry, what are you talking about? Do you want me to rewind the video? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
90 satellite. There are like hundreds of these things launched within like 1 month.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was like crazy. Those Russians are constantly launching Cosmos 2290s at the time.
At the collapse of the Soviet Union.
Yeah, I
They're
guess.
still doing it.
Maybe they were sending people up to get out of there.
Trying to mine the moon.
That's a good
get a lasting
theory.
economic
Yeah,
boost for it.
some-
Maybe
They're
we can
launching
make it
so
through
many
the
people
93
into
quarter.
space to get rid of
Finally
them.
win the space race. Yeah, this launched on the 26th of August, just a few weeks earlier. So, yeah, the timeline does add up. The object's trajectory and the timing of its decay in the atmosphere could plausibly account for the widespread sightings of a nocturnal fireball. Some of the remains of the satellite were also found just outside Harare. Regardless of the cause, these local events had suddenly been impactful in the region, to the point where a lot of people had their own individual experiences at the
What's
time.
a
Some
weird
of these can be
title?
seen in the
I don't
comments
know
left
what
by
you're
people
talking
on an
about.
episode of the
I'm sorry.
Joe
Did they
Rogan
say Skeptoid?
Experience, Joe Rogan Experience number 1547. And I apologized last week. Apparently I was sleep deprived and called it the Jeff Rogan Experience on an episode.
And that triggered people. Too.
Yeah, it did. No, very, very unfortunate.
He was
mistake.
referring to a different podcast.
Yeah,
It's
you-
Also,
the
is the
most
volume
ridiculous
okay?
You
world.
guys
By the way,
wouldn't know it.
Jeff
since you're
Rogan.
the only one here.
Yeah, because you're not true connoisseurs.
No, every time
The
someone
much less
looks up-
famous Rogan brother.
Every time someone looks up Jeff Rogan, they get redirected to Joe Rogan. So Jeff Rogan's out there like, fuck, dude. What do I
Oh,
do?
no.
God,
he's-
no one's looking up my experiences. I'm trying so
Jeff
hard.
Rogan got fucked.
That's gotta suck. Poor Jeff Rogan.
Yeah, man.
This episode's sponsored by Jeff Rogan. Go
And his
check out
side.
Jeff Rogan.
Yeah.
Fucking love this part.
And his side producer, James.
I'm very committed to not being wrong. Yeah, so the topic was the aerial school UFO incident and the preceding sightings. One person wrote, quote, "I wasn't at the school, of course," that's a good start, "but we saw the spaceship hovering right above our hospital yard. It was a phenomenal experience that left us with lots of questions. We're still trying to make sense of the event." Another writes, quote, these are in the comments, "I saw something in the sky around the time in Bulawayo, 450
That's a
kilometers
cool
south of
trainer. It's the
Harare.
first one I've
I
got like
remember my
that.
mum telling me, don't say anything at school the next day as we might get laughed at. However, it was quite the opposite. Everyone was talking about it." Another shares another lengthy
Hell
story.
yeah,
Quote,
that. Got another
"My
one
older
there.
sibling
Good
starts calling us to come outside. She's yelling hysterically, not panicking, but joyfully
good.
hysterical. I ran out via the kitchen, siblings in tow. We looked up and
All
saw
right,
what I
next
can
up.
only describe as an unfamiliar
Snake,
circular
do you wanna
shaped
see-
object hovering above us. Maybe it is what's being discussed
These
here.
ones or
Maybe
these
it isn't.
ones?
But I know what I saw, and I remember how it felt. so
Destined
vividly.
Rivals
So can you really
or Journey Together?
discount that?
No, anytime anyone says, "I know what I saw," that's enough for me.
That is proof.
That's as good as a photograph.
yeah.
Journey
In my-
Together
Do you
are
have a sense
older.
of when somebody says that very specific, definitive sentence, I always think, no, they've seen something. They
No.
said that they've seen something.
Yeah, I've met enough cookers to know
I know what I saw.
I
Doesn't
All right.
hold
Yeah,
weight.
no, it doesn't hold weight. No. And I know
Why
it
are you
doesn't.
hanging around so many cookers?
I don't know.
Because you want to know the
They're
truth.
fun. They're the only ones that know because they know what they've seen. One of the days they will come up with something incredible though, which is going to be great. But
Okay, you're weeding your way through them.
what's interesting though, and as we were talking at dinner, you'll actively believe these people, but as soon as more than one of these people,
I like these
Has the
ones
same
because they
opinion.
have like
That's
a
where
little
you come
partner
in
Pokemon.
and-
Yeah,
or a little
nah, I
partner
don't
to
buy it
them.
anymore.
yeah, why?
I think it's something about
So this one-
contamination or
Well,
it. I can imagine someone seeing something and then people just Chinese whispering it, but not
There you go.
whispering it. They're saying it to each other and making it louder, and that probably makes it even more fantastical very quickly.
So you really do buy into like just
I like
general
the
mass
twinkling.
hysteria kind of events?
I think that
like a
it
sentient
happens.
bell
It
I
absolutely
don't
Pokemon.
think that you can dismiss every UFO sighting ever.
So
as
is,
mass hysteria like Wikipedia
Bronzong.
does. That's the bane of my existence. That actually does trigger me a lot. That there's I can't remember what they're called. There's a group of people that go into Wikipedia and change every UFO sighting to mass hysteria as a
That they have
as a
a group
Well, I
name,
mean,
like a
mass
cult.
hysteria is a good answer
no,
to a
not
lot
a
of
cult.
things.
It's going a bit far, but they're like a screw it, yeah, cult.
Yeah,
They're a
yeah,
Team
cult.
Rocket
yeah,
Golbat.
That's
Thanks.
Yeah, just to confirm Jackson's bias.
Disavow them.
Everything's a cult.
Yeah. There's a guy at the top of this group
Ooh,
that goes
it's the
around
first
editing
time I've seen
Wikipedia
this
pages that
map.
gets all the bitches as well. all the Wikipedia editors. It's a giant sex cult. We'll cover that on a future episode of
Man,
Red
I'm
Thread.
so glad that I'm not part of the Wikipedia sex cult.
Bug.
What a crap cult to be a
There's
part
still
of.
time. Yeah, you have to have sex with a sweaty
Farmer.
nerd and then go in and edit Wikipedia pages.
Yeah.
And you know,
And then he's gonna edit what the
Skarmory is a cool
yeah,
Pokemon.
it was great. It was awesome sex. Chapter
Team
2,
Rocket
A School
Wobbuffet.
Under Invasion, which is not a good segue.
And I read on.
That was awful. Oh, actually, this is a better segue.
Wow, that's a
real
good
quick,
ability.
A word from our sponsors.
Hey guys, it's Jackson here, cutting in real quick to talk to you about something pretty cool and interesting that myself and Kira, who is the researcher of this show, are
So
doing.
you can get rid of like all the damage off of a Pokemon, and you can send it to the active Pokemon on the other side. So it would be good with that build where you can like build up damage counters and send them to your opponent, I think. Unsurprisingly, my desk smells like cardboard. Bug. Everybody likes this girl, Cynthia. Well, like everybody in the fan base, I mean. I didn't really care about, what is it? Diamond and Pearl. And then Platinum came out and I never had it, so I missed out on all the hype of Platinum. That's good art. I like that art. Hi, Dupa. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you. Angry Fire Snail. How are you, Dupa? How's your weekend treating you? This card has a bend in it. Hold on, can I get the camera to focus it? I have to actually use the lens. There we go. Come on, right? It's too hard. If it was like right in front of me, it'd be easy. But sometimes I make things difficult for myself. There we go.
During the mid-morning recess at the aerial school, students were enjoying their lunch period by playing in the sun or by resting in the shade of the trees. It was so far a quiet and uneventful day, and the children were more or less left to their
So
own
far, it's pretty
devices,
good.
while the teachers of
I'm
the school
enjoying
were busy with an
this part of the
administrative
weekend right here. I've been
meeting in the
looking
main
forward to
building.
doing this.
At approximately 10:15
I've been
a.m.,
building up
the
cards to
children
do this. I
suddenly
like
noticed
doing
a
this on
buzzing noise
stream.
from above. It disappeared briefly before returning louder than
I'm
before.
holding these the wrong way
They then
again.
saw the appearance of a structured metallic disc-shaped craft hanging in the sky above the tree line just beyond the playground. The craft, covered in flashing lights, then descended and landed, a wooded brush-filled area approximately 100 meters from the edge of the school's
I got a team
playground.
rocket ball.
This area was out of the school bounds, and the students instead hung at the perimeter while they watched the craft land. Following the landing, the buzzing stopped, and the students then saw the appearance of several humanoid figures standing outside the craft. The most detailed descriptions of the figures record the beings as being approximately 1 meter or between 3 and 4 feet tall, with a slender neck. It's always slender necks or slender like features. Like I always think of that. Whenever there's like a alien sighting, it's never like he was morbidly obese or something like that. It's always just the most stereotypical alien depiction you would get from like a video.
I don't have a
game or
pile for
whatever's
EX
popular
yet.
at the time, popular movies.
You
Right there.
find that less believable or more believable?
Way less
Why would you-
believable.
so they're believable if they're fat.
Well, no,
I don't know if
that
I
was an
have any
example.
Giovanni
What I mean
cards.
is, like,
That one.
it's
Yeah.
less believable if
That
someone's
one's
like,
technically
"Oh,
Team
yeah,
Rocket,
it
so
looked
never mind. It's
exactly
not
like E.T.,
Giovanni.
man." Like obviously, yes. Steven Spielberg based E.T. on actual existing
your
aliens.
sighting.
Yeah.
Well, don't
These are
you
Arvin
think
cards.
that if
Boo,
there
Arvin.
is a intelligent life force that is coming to see us, they would all look the same?
As
Or
what?
do you think it's like
Got a
MIB
Grimer.
and there should be a confederacy of different aliens coming and visiting us?
No, all the aliens should look the same. Like whatever
Got a
alien does
Misty
visit us,
Psyduck.
obviously they should look the same. What I'm saying is the visual appearance of them should not conform to our standards of what a species should look like. It should be something absolutely fucking mind blowing.
Mm.
Like we couldn't even create it. Like you could give an artist like $1 million and say create an alien, a totally unique alien, and it would some elements of it would still be kind of taken from other sources.
Any way
So
to
you
zoom
don't
in?
like the idea
I don't know
of
if
the
I have
bug
camera
guys then?
controls like that.
What are the bug guys?
Oh.
Which one?
Nope.
You know, the big eyes.
Yeah,
on
no,
their
that's
head.
what I'm saying. The stereotypical alien.
Yeah, the
Like as soon as
stereotypical
it
aliens.
becomes that, I'm like, no, that didn't happen.
Okay.
Didn't happen.
No. It has to be something totally like because we don't know.
I do.
For it to be one of those like bug-eyed, freaky alien dudes, like the big eye ones.
No, it's a little
I
bit
think
clearer.
if they're that humanoid, they had to exist on a planet very similar to Earth, like in terms of like ecosystem
And
how
what's
it's
wrong
structured.
with that?
This
theory?
is Luigi Mangione's
It's
favorite
just
Pokemon.
mathematically impossible for two Earths to exist, isn't it?
Is it?
I don't know. Surely.
Surely it's the opposite of mathematically impossible.
It's mathematically guaranteed.
Mathematically
Well,
guaranteed,
then why isn't
right?
it mathematically guaranteed that there aren't 3 Earths?
There should be 3 Earths.
How many Earths
Well, maybe
are there
they've just got a different jersey on.
I
It's like
see-
seeing the Manly Sea Eagles in real life.
Ooh.
There might be subtle
That red
differences that
stuff.
you're not looking at. I think probably if everyone is seeing these aliens and they are real, I think it's probably the time travel theory, don't you?
I like all the little stars on
It's us, but a million years in the future.
Oh,
and so we don't have
yeah.
any distinguished features. We've all interbred with each other.
So we've like, oh, okay.
You don't think?
Well then,
Wow,
yeah,
that's a
maybe
weird
that is
theory.
Why we're always like portrayed as like super great giant eyes, because we're all raised on like digital ecosystems for like hundreds of thousands of years, and we evolved to that where our eyes,
What are you
perfect for
talking about,
seeing
Jackson?
Computer screens in the dark,
yeah, I think
Huh?
so.
And our
Perfect.
skin is-
yeah,
like permanently grey from
uploading
no
on
sun.
buffer. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, you might be right. Fuck.
I think that makes sense.
Dude.
Especially because if you look at human beings
Good call.
evolving, we seem to be becoming more and more bug-like.
I mean, look at me, right? I'm slouched over.
You are a bug.
I am very.
Two
I can't lean too
cockroaches.
far back because it's like bad for
It
the
hurts
camera.
my back.
Everything's uncomfortable right now. I'm 3 steps ahead in the
Has to be in a
evolutionary
permanent
chain.
defensive position.
Yeah. I am
Ever
like a-
ready to scurry away.
I'm like a beetle. called stage presence.
I like Metacham.
You've mastered it.
I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's just like a
This description aligns closely with the
weird
so-called
fighting
great
lady
alien
with big
archetype prevalent
pants.
in modern ufology. I almost wrote urology, which is like so not
It's not that.
ufology. No, there's no penis stuff yet.
It'll come.
At the appearance of the creature, a large amount of children screamed, pussies, before fleeing back towards the classrooms. This caught the attention of the visitors, who turned
All right.
towards the remaining children who were frozen in place. Some of the
Nothing really
witnesses
great
reported
out of
being
any
unable
of
to
this
move,
stuff.
even though they were desperately attempting to do so. One of the alien creatures was then said to move across the uneven, rough terrain towards the children, before stopping at a distance of several meters
But that's
away
okay.
from the
Like I said,
playground.
these are what I
Must
really
have been
care
a
about.
sex offender.
Yeah, no, he knew his distances.
He couldn't
didn't
get too
He couldn't
close.
get too. Yeah,
Yeah.
a sex offender from the future.
If I had an efficient way and cheap, I would just mail out cards. But I don't want to
end up. Can't go any further.
spend
I
too
wish
much
I
on
could print it.
shipping, and I know that's exactly what I'll have to do.
All right, so just to show you some pictures here, these are up on the screen. This is where the playground was. This is where the landing site was.
Pokemon?
Oh, it's gone.
And it's just like that.
Awesome. It's a magic trick. And yeah, so that's an aerial perspective of like a Google Maps scan of it, showing how big the field is. They were all the way over here. And that's where the land
See, that
was
one
said to
has
be, and that's
Giovanni on it, but I guess none of them
in
are
1994.
Giovanni cards. They're all
That is
just
a child.
rockets.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's all coming together.
Are you seeing anything?
Which isn't too bad, actually. That makes it easier to
No,
play.
Moving on.
Just looking at a field.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess.
It was a solid inclusion, if I do say so myself. The interaction between the being and the children was reported to be non-verbal. I'm not gonna make the joke.
I was wondering if we can.
Nah.
I think that
No,
we get
no, don't make
immediately
child rape
demonetized
jokes.
for everything except for our sponsor, and I don't think our sponsor will be coming back.
Yeah.
Why does
moving on.
the
Some of the older
visualizer
children
keep
in
coming up?
particular
Am I
described
clicking on
receiving
something?
a
I must-
form of telepathic communication. The communication was not linguistic, but consisted of a series of images and concepts conveyed directly to their minds, like a film reel, a PowerPoint presentation, or more aptly today, a TikTok video.
Is that what it, who wrote that?
Me.
Or for today's standards, is that what you chucked in there, Jackson? I very much like how you're keeping up with the times.
Yep.
For those who don't know what TikTok is, it is an extended and improved version of Vine.
Here's 3 pages on the history of TikTok. The primary themes of these messages were environmental and cautionary. Images of polluted
Porygon.
rivers,
Porygon's a cool
dying
Pokemon.
forests, and unknown technology
Porygon
were
2.
projected into the
It's
minds
like
of
made
the
out of
witnesses,
balloons.
believed
I
to be
kind of like that
intended
too.
as an omen about humanity's potential.
Porygon
for
3 is
eventual
cool because it's like
self-destruction.
digital.
One of the witnesses, Salma, took a step forward, and she saw more images transmitted into her mind, which instructed her to step forward again. She sensed that the aliens were attempting to take her with them. We have
Why?
another
Why would they
video
take her
here
with them?
Of this interview with Salma that we are going to play
What
now.
did these spacemen look
Okay.
like?
He looked like definitely not a human. I don't know really. He had a big head and big black eyes and was dressed in a black bodysuit. Tight fitting.
And what are his arms and his hands and his legs like?
Like humans, but he definitely didn't look like one. His head was
Much too large. I don't know. I cut off there. Much too large.
You can't be a kid with that accent, can you?
Why not?
Not with that
You just sound
attitude.
like you're 40 as soon as you've got a South African accent.
Or-
They sound too prim and proper.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I thought it was like the Queen's English. Maybe not like British, but like Australian.
It sounds almost more educated than British.
Yeah.
You'd
It's
have
like
to get
very.
pretty
British,
high up
British?
the food chain in
It
British
is
accents.
very.
Is
prim
that
and
like
proper.
British
I think that's
crime?
the right
Prim
way
and
of
proper.
saying
I
it.
mean, look, she definitely sounds like she's like more knowledgeable than someone from Birmingham.
Yeah, it's again. This was a privileged
I mean, it could
school.
be.
Like they did have the people.
But I don't think I've ever heard a bogan South African accent. Do they sound that different to that? I think they all sound
Oops.
like that. I think it's sort of like Australian accents. There's not really
You
a
know
difference.
what? It kind of sounds like Gina Reinhardt.
Yeah.
A little
There,
bit.
my
So
bad.
maybe
Cool.
maybe that is why I am so Gina Reinhart's like a mining magnate over in Australia for Americans. But yeah, you look her up, she sounds exactly like that. And I reckon that's why I think that they sound Australian.
Okay, so it is a combination of going to a fancy private school in a desert somehow makes you have that accent.
Yeah. I think it's the Gina Reinhardt effect. That's what we're calling it from now on.
I've never really been a fan of Articuno, Zapdos, or Moltres. I've always thought they've like kind of been overhyped.
To return to the craft, which silently lifted
in my
off
opinion.
and departed at high speed. While it had felt to the witnesses like only a few seconds, the entire event had actually lasted around 15 minutes. As soon as the craft departed, it was as if a spell had been broken, and the children who had witnessed the event were immediately overcome with fear and confusion. Let me reiterate, pussies.
All right, we're going to journey together now.
They are 10.
Yeah, but they're not. They're like 40 now. It's fine. Get over it.
Should have got over it. I was wondering why, because if you look on the screen now, there seems to be somebody that looks like the kid from Sixth Sense, all grown up, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I was wondering if he was a child that had that weird disease where you age 8 years for every year.
I was gonna say he saw the aliens. It was so traumatic. He grew a beard.
He grew a beard and it went grey immediately.
Yeah. It's like that episode of Futurama.
I'm not sure what that is.
They turned and ran screaming into the school building, where they alerted the teachers, who were themselves just leaving the meeting they had already been attending.
Is that what they called you in high school? Big Stack?
The guy we're talking about, Colin Mackey, up on screen right now, initially dismissed the claims as the product of overactive imaginations. However, isn't that a good thing? Aren't kids meant to have that? Why is he criticizing that?
Oh, I don't think that he's criticizing
because they're getting annoyed with the
this
overactive
really,
imagination.
Worth its extremely exorbitant tuition fees. We've got them come up with a pretty stock standard story. Collectively,
he's packaging it as like a way.
I have a Lily deck in the TCG that I will show y'all in a minute.
Yeah, so he was a bit confused why they were doing that. However, the sheer number of children offering the same story and their genuine state of panic and distress convinced the staff that something significant had in fact happened. When the teachers then went to investigate themselves, they discovered...
Oh, well, I was talking about your card stacks. I know what you were talking about, you goober. They called you horse in high school? Huh. Do you want to tell me why they would call you horse?
Concern. There was a collective belief that the students...
Sounds like an interesting thing.
What that something was, however, was unknown. After parents found out about the events from their children, they came to the school the following day to find out from the faculty what had happened. The children were then instructed to draw what they had seen that day, and the similarities between the drawings were extremely compelling, especially given that the children...
Oh, I categorized that one. That one's a shiny, technically.
I have a video right here from...
You're headmaster of Ariel School. Tell me, what do you think of all this?
I feel sure that the children...
Nice. Nice. I thought it was because you're like Chrissy Mayer.
But I do feel that they definitely saw something. We had a number of children say they did. We asked them to draw pictures of what they saw this morning, what they saw on Friday. And after looking at those,
Well, good for him for being able to say saw, not pronouncing it sore.
I agree that it could be something that we are not common with. But to actually say that it was a UFO, I would be reluctant to make a decision like that. I personally did not see it.
Don't you think he's going to regret that now?
My light is flickering. I don't like that.
To the right and wasn't down the center, because a lot of people have seen that footage.
Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing. You're right.
For his sake, and I don't mean
finally another dragon,
this, but like I'd welcome death. I would welcome death at that point.
Well, I'll take an opposite opinion. I hope he's doing all right.
Yeah, I hope he's doing all right as well. But man, that's going to play with your mind.
I'm hoping for a Hops.
Why didn't the camera?
What is it called? Zakian?
Yeah,
the sword dog.
That's so interesting that that's what you were thinking about during that video. Is just his tie. I was
Ooh, hey, check that out.
To live in that time period, it looks so nice. I don't know what it is about like old VHS footage of the olden days, like the 90s and 80s, but it looks so much nicer,
doesn't it? And particularly in Zimbabwe, I just don't know what's going on there. Well, imagine there's a lot of giraffes walking around in the school, and
I think it's just a cool place to hang out, I guess.
I think so.
Colin Mackey went there. He seems pretty happy. He could have been bored there. I don't know. I'm just assuming he went there to teach. All right, so we have the students, some pictures of
Sweet.
like a collage of the drawings, and as you'll notice, they're pretty sick. No complaints. And they do look like the stereotypical ET.
Ooh.
Except with...
Why does that one have polka dots all over it?
Hair.
Yeah, that seems to be more a what do you think the Easter Bunny looks like?
If it was an alien.
Chucked in there.
Fenwick was getting very creative with the assignment.
Wasn't he?
I respect it. And then there's
Seems like a stretch to me, actually.
Yeah, Slender Man squished.
Yeah. And also, they didn't respect those photos enough to actually photocopy them in high quality. They just said, nah, fuck it.
Yeah, we tried it once.
We've done 63 at this point.
Yeah. We get it.
Yeah.
That one defeated me slightly.
You saw an alien. The parents and some faculty members also investigated the field behind the school where the children claimed to have seen the UFO land in an attempt to find additional evidence that might help shed some light on the event.
Yay!
They didn't find anything out of the ordinary, but they did find that some brush had scientifically been proven to have been flattened.
All right, being an ass.
Which, while interesting, wasn't conclusive evidence that extraterrestrials had visited. The following Monday, immediately after the
Stupid
weekend,
camera.
the children were expected to return to the school. The fervor had been dialed up a further notch, and Colin Mackey was inundated by parents who demanded to know what had caused their children to be traumatized. The fear was so gripping that many students refused to come back to school in the following weeks, with some even changing schools entirely. It's a fucking alien. It can find you anywhere.
I don't know why that's going to help.
It's not attracted to the school. Colin Mackey, concerned about the well-being of his students, decided that he needed to seek expert assistance. I was going to give them more shit by saying, you know, these 12-year-olds or whatever are pussies, but at the same time...
Got a regular Reggie Rock?
Now, back when I was like 10, and I actually was traumatized by a puppet show. My parents took me to this old... Shut up. This super old, like, building...
Kind of cringe, Jackson.
On the Gold Coast. And it
Puppets?
was just super dark, and they did this, like...
One of my favorite people is a puppet.
Show, just like finger puppets. And
I'll have you know.
And wanted out.
All right, Jackson.
I was 24.
You were a bit too, yes, I think it sounds like you're a bit too old for that. Why were you crying about the big finger puppets?
I might have been younger than 10. Well, my point is, I thought...
change the story.
Yeah, I was three
you
months old.
3 months old. Okay.
Lil KB?
Yeah, I don't know how old I was.
Yeah,
but
I love him.
Like, yes,
him and I go way back.
I think they were actually aliens. Like, the finger puppets were aliens, so maybe...
Were they?
Yeah.
But they've got no expressions. It sounds pretty shit, really.
Back before his neck went through a meat grinder.
Puppet show.
A puppet show still a thing? Like, do kids like puppet shows?
I don't. Probably not since the Renaissance. Don't you?
Probably not since YouTube Kids.
Yeah,
that's
Stupid
modern puppet shows. Chapter 3: The Investigation. By this point
Squirrel
in time,
Pokemon.
Cynthia Hind was
Wow,
told by,
another
was
Dunsparce.
told
That's
of the
cool.
satellite that was likely the cause of the sonic boom recently heard in Harare and across Zimbabwe. While this seemed like a plausible answer, it didn't explain the various other sightings that had been occurring, and it didn't do much to dismiss the granularity in
As I
eyewitness
said, nothing good
descriptions
so
of certain
far.
events. Local news outlets had also encouraged witnesses to reach out to talk
That's
about
okay.
their experience with reporters, which led to hundreds of different experiences being logged to the local news station.
Even if I
and
pulled
BBC
something worth
station.
money, I would
The
sell
reports,
it.
much like
Too
the
much
aerial
effort.
school UFO incident itself, were too detailed.
There's not a card shop or anything
media
near
shower.
me.
It was at this time that Tim Leach, the local BBC correspondent for Zimbabwe and a well-respected war zone reporter, became interested in the mania that was sweeping Harare. He had come to hear about the sightings at Aerial School after someone had called
I'll
in
pick
about
that
it
up in a little
and had
bit,
been
I
the
guess.
first on the scene on the 19th of September when he visited to film some interviews with the students and
Mr.
the faculty.
Mime.
So he was the first interviewer. Tim was shocked by the stories of the children, and even he, a skeptic who'd been on the front lines of several war zones at this point and seen
Not Toad.
like co-reporters get shot right in front of him and shit like that.
And he
Not
was disturbed by
Tentacool.
this.
He was shaken by the
Toad
stories
cool.
that he couldn't make sense of. I'm convinced.
Okay, he is a
Got a
pussy.
restroom.
Oh, come on. He's got PTSD.
How's that? What's going on there?
I don't know. I'm making shit up. I feel bad for him.
Then I choose to continue to insult him.
The consistency
Having an
and
incomplete picture.
sincerity was having the same effect on Tim as it had on the faculty. of the school. He was sure that the children had witnessed something. He just couldn't make sense of what that something was. He was quoted saying, quote, "I could handle war zones, but I could not handle this," end quote.
But he's a pussy.
Finger puppet show.
Yeah, this at 44. He reached out to Cynthia Hine and urged her to investigate the incident as well. Why would that be scary?
Man, I keep dropping cards.
I don't know why he's freaked out about
yeah,
that.
why would it be scary?
Job is he's a night crawler in Africa. He's seen a lot of macheted bodies, and this is the thing that scares me.
Like, even if it was real, what's scary? That's fucking awesome. I'd be hyped.
Yeah, me too.
Like, if we see what we're out here to see tomorrow night, would you be scared?
No. Even if they abducted me and probed me, still wouldn't be scared.
I'd probably be scared then.
Would you get freaked out by that?
I don't want to lose
See, but this is the whole thing. It's something
virginity.
about you and fingers. You don't like
That first, the first electric Pokemon out of the entire polls.
I'm used to fingers.
Okay, so you not prefer the glowing probe. You just want one of their, as they
Wow.
keep saying over and over, sling.
That's weird luck.
I'm like, look over my shoulder. You can fit more. Try
Is it
two.
in yet?
Ooh, got me a shiny stuff.
They get,
Nice to
they get like
take up
cock
the one
and
and drop on the
cock shot.
floor.
They get embarrassed and leave. Come on, I can take it.
Shiny Corviknight.
Jesus Christ, Jackson.
Is this allowed on YouTube?
I think that this is the main
This
reason
is
that
a
you
really
order all of
awesome
this, isn't it?
Yeah, this is why we...
Hopefully, so you can maybe get date raped by an alien.
I want to get lucky. This is why we don't do live recordings. This is stupid. Anyway.
Bergsnake says,
I'm admitting.
all hobby shops are far from me too. They used to be more popular, but fell away. Yeah, and scalpers really don't help with any of that.
Cynthia came to the same conclusions as Tim had. She was similarly
Because regular people can't really do much regular shopping.
She conducted that day, as even in her 20 years investigating UFOs for MUFON, she had never experienced anything like this before. In particular, Cynthia had found the minor embellishing details or inconsistencies in the children's stories as further evidence that they may have actually been telling the truth. In her opinion, if all 62 students had told the exact same story, down to the most minute details being consistent, it may have seemed rehearsed or scripted. However, since there were some
I suppose that's a good point.
Seemed to contradict or embellish certain details without going overboard, it seemed as
Maybe.
though there
I don't
was
know.
no
I'm not
coerciveness
convinced.
to the evidence, or they were kids and they were like one-upping each other.
Is she saying that there was minute differences and there wasn't ones big enough for them to be discounted?
Yeah, like the entire, let's say the chronology
like an
of the
elephant.
events remained consistent. It's just like
He
the
had
alien,
a party hat on.
Yeah. So something small that like each of the kids picked up on that, you know, might have been contradicted, but it was such a small detail that it, like, it can be rationalized as like, well, the other kid just missed it.
I can see her reasoning in that. I've got no training
we got a
in
belly bolt.
psychology at all, but I think that she's right. And I don't think that she has any training in psychology either.
Okay, I'll throw my hat in the ring as someone without training. I don't know why we're like clarifying we don't have any training in psychology, but
Yeah,
yes.
but make sure that you do that.
Me
alright?
too. Also, no training. In fact, never
Yeah, so
graduated
then why are we
university.
listening to you then, Jackson?
Good point. I'll continue.
Oh, no, come on, tell us this. Don't just leave us hanging. What
I
was
don't
it?
even remember what I was gonna say. It's
You can't even.
Damn, how do you do that?
Memory
I'm sure
issues.
it was awesome.
Yeah, it would
You
have been
tr-
fucking.
you fucked him up.
made the episode.
Blown your mind.
You shouldn't have
Well, it
interrupted
would've
him, Jordan.
Detail of this story.
You know
Well, I was
Jackson
gonna
can't
say,
remember
all
shit.
that reads to me as is just someone who really wants aliens to be real. Like, it's kind of justification I would make in my own head to convince myself that the kids were telling the truth.
That's actually a very good observation. And once you say that, I can't unsee it.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing I'd do. I'd be like, well, actually, they're all telling the truth because I want it to be that way. It has to be that way, please. It's my job. However, since there were some students whose testimony seemed to have read that. The core of the story, the main details.
Another
all
shiny
remain consistent
dragon.
across every interview, and that
Not
was
much
especially
regular
interesting
ones,
to
though.
Cynthia and everyone else, as all 62 students.
Seems like
were
the shiny
committed
ones are more
to the
common
core
for me.
concept that a UFO had touched down in the field, and several aliens had been witnessed. We have another video here of 3 more children.
And it landed. Something landed. Do you see it land?
No, it was in the trees over there, like in the trees, like glinting, and like there was somebody on the ground.
And then what happened?
And then he walked towards us and he walked back again and they just went.
How? How did they go?
It just went all of a sudden.
What, like a helicopter? Went
No,
up?
just went.
Which way?
Down, more down into the valley.
Nice.
At about what height?
Quite high, like.
And then what happened?
And then it didn't come back again.
And did you girls see that as well?
Again.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Well, that's enough.
Great.
proof
Yeah,
of
it's
me.
cool uniforms. He looks like he is a safari adventurer.
He does, yeah. He looks like a young Steve Irwin or something. Like kind of like khakis.
Why don't we have those?
We do. We made them. Like Australia or what? What do you mean? You fucking went to like a private school. Fuck off.
No, I didn't.
Didn't you?
No.
Oh,
I
my
went to a
bad.
Povo Public.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Didn't you go to like a performing arts school or something?
Yeah, but it was public. It wasn't.
Oh, it was public.
No, I wasn't paying for tubers and
Oh,
things. I
okay.
was getting.
Damn.
The seats at our school in our theatre were from an old porn cinema.
What?
That they'd brought
That's
in.
quite
Seems
interesting.
like it should be illegal.
Shouldn't it? I'll never forget when someone sat down and good old Jesse Searle said, "Careful, Cagney, you might get pregnant."
Oh, Jesus, dude. And all right, yeah, that is public school. Never mind. You are just like me.
That is much too public, actually.
Regardless-
Without those sick uniforms.
In fact, I would say TMI.
swear, that uniform.
What, you used to wear that dress, did you, Jackson?
Yeah. I wish my finger.
Ooh, now that's a good poll.
No,
Oh,
like
if
that.
only I was slim enough.
Come on, you zip me up. You put me in there. No, I was gonna say like my primary school. Like I'm pretty sure our I was gonna say
You
costume.
look like Steve Irwin.
Uniform, not the Steve Irwin one, the blue shit on the right, not the dress, but,
But
like
it's a dress,
no.
Jackson.
Imagine that, like that, you know.
Yeah, but the
pattern.
girls, whatever, they're nothing.
You're not interested in that one.
It's this guy here, daring, handsome adventurer extraordinaire.
Yeah, no,
And he just looks way more alpha as well. He's telling off the journalist, and he's 11 years old.
Yeah, that
He's
is
just like,
pretty
it just
Chad.
went. It went.
Yeah.
What more do you need to know?
What do
It's
you have
like
to
he's
say
like
about
an
that?
That's a
official-
beautiful
he looks
full
like an
art.
official dress in it as well. It's like, there's nothing else to see here.
Yeah, he looks like a spook. You're right.
Yeah.
He's covering it up. It didn't just go.
What do you need to know more?
It didn't just go. It's still there, but everyone's convinced otherwise. Because this kid said so. If they just looked, they'd see it.
Just their
Suit
eyes are
maketh the man,
shiny.
I'm telling you.
Regardless of their shared belief that something had happened at Ariel's school, everyone involved was unsure of how to progress. Cynthia decided to enlist the help of a man by the name of John Mack, a Harvard
Come on, I'm trying to
University
catch it with the
professor
light.
of Psychiatry?
Psychiatric.
Yeah. Okay, good. Specializing in child psychiatry. Cynthia thought
Right
that
there,
John
you can
Mack
see
was
it.
the right person to conduct a scientific investigation into the Ariel school incident, as he had spent the last 10 years researching UFO sightings as well as alien abduction phenomena in children. Just as a reminder, I know I fuck up words a lot anyway, but I do have an excuse. It's almost 11 o'clock at night and we've been in
That's
this
very
class
nice.
since 5 a.m. So, suck
And
my dick.
unlike me, you weren't sleeping the entire time.
No, instead my brain was being baked by
And it
the
was the
sun
last one of those
directly through the
packs.
windshield.
And your eyes.
It was a nightmare.
That's fucked, isn't it? 12 hours of you staring in the sun.
It's
And I
no
got a
wonder people
double.
say aliens out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That finishes those off.
Yeah, you know when you like stare at the sun or whatever, and then you like.
All right.
It just
And the second to newest pack or set that came out was the black and white set.
Spoiler.
So I have a couple of each of those.
Where they're staring at the sun until we go crazy.
Couldn't have done that at home.
Had to drive 20 hours for that. The sun's different out here. Cynthia thought that John Mack was the right person to conduct a scientific investigation into the Ariel school incident, as he had spent the last 10 years researching UFO sightings as well as alien abductions.
Okay, I don't know what's in these packs. I'm not familiar with the set.
Abductions. He was historically well respected and was a frequent contributor to news shows. However, his reputation was going through a sort of rough period due to his abandonment of his academic work and his focus on the extraterrestrial. Is that annoying when you dedicate your like life to learning this thing and then you get a hobby and everyone bitches?
Ugh, yeah, I hate when everybody is
just
mad
let the
because I'm having
let
fun.
the dude fucking check out UFOs and shit. What's wrong with that? It's not like he's hurting anyone. He just likes UFOs.
This is a weird
done his
Pokemon.
time.
He has.
Let him go.
This is a tenured dude.
Yeah, he's tenured at Harvard. He's earned. He's
allowed to
it.
have some weird little eccentricities. Who amongst these tenured Harvard scholars wouldn't?
Well, I mean,
they'd all be obsessed with something like shrunken heads or.
Ooh, now that's nice.
There's another one that's coming up. I'll keep going. I'll bring him up when it comes down to it. As the author of the book Abduction,
These energies also have a different
new
new
people
texture.
Shouldn't dismiss abduction stories as mental illness, saying on a network television show, quote, "Again, the whole thing has made me re-examine all these notions of have happened
That's kinda cool.
or didn't happen. For them, it is completely real, and it is not the product of mental illness. Now, whether it happened altogether in this reality, I don't know, but it shows up in their world." End quote. So basically, like, because
Very
they
interesting.
believe it happened. You know?
The big
Yeah, but also
like a jellyfish, sort of.
Interdimensionally, it might have happened.
It happened in across dimensions.
In another dimension.
That's
That was in the white in a white pack. That was the black one. I'm gonna go white, black, white, black, white, black.
Your greatest wish. It is happening.
Why am I stuck in this timeline? How do I dimensional hop?
What have I dimensionally done wrong?
Isn't that funny though that there is an infinite amount of realities, which means that no matter what, there is a reality where I am getting probed. I love that. Infinite is like a
That's
terrifying
gay.
concept.
That's gay, Jackson. Why do you want to love getting probed?
That's the case. There's also one where you're like a grand wizard mage.
Oh fuck. Why am I me? Why am I in this reality?
This reality
none of
quite
the...
stock standard. We're right in the middle of the bell curve, aren't we? It's pretty good.
No,
it's not
I don't.
grand mage wizard.
True. I was gonna make the extreme case of like, there's not a single other fucking, you know, dimensional reality where that Jackson's going, man, I wish I was podcasting right now.
Oh, that's different. Hold on, that's new.
They're all like, fuck, I wish I was being fingered by an alien.
Yeah, I know. Look, you know, there is also like another reality where you're that fat principal saying like, I don't know, the kids think they saw something, but maybe they didn't, and then you just disappear, and you
It's like
Ty was on the other side.
Let me hold it
in
right.
that dimensional reality.
So hard.
So look, man, it can get worse. That's what I'm saying.
It can get worse. You're right.
It's like glossy.
Crooked.
And jokes aside, I really don't want to be fingered in
And
the
it's got
arse.
those Pokeballs on it.
You know.
Yeah, but we're just saying that there's infinite universes where that's happening, Jackson. So you think about that.
God, does that mean there's an infinite universe where they've gone beyond 10 fingers? Like, how that? I mean,
yeah.
God damn.
Maybe you're getting fingered by 100 fingers right now.
Whoa.
God, dude. Not just by aliens. That means for every single person.
Dang, look at that.
Infinite is such a terrifying. There's so many.
Okay, so there is a Jackson getting fingered by infinite fingers. That's happening.
Oh my God.
That's cool.
So, look, man, you've got it pretty good.
That's yeah, I'll stick with podcasting. Well, yeah, I'm happy here now. Thanks for putting that into perspective for me.
And then that sort of has that same
of a scientist taking the incident seriously,
like effect.
like we are, and I hope that this invitation would bring with it real answers as to whatever had happened at Ariel School, even if that answer didn't involve the extraterrestrial.
Very interesting.
Just 2 months later, John Mack visited
I like the new holotypes. They're cool.
Exactly the same. That 62 children between the ages of 6 and 12.
Are these backwards?
At least one UFO described as silver.
The fold is, yeah.
Discs that appeared in the sky and then floated down to a field of brush just outside the school property. He noted that the witnesses reported that between 1 and 4 creatures with large black eyes who were dressed all in black then exited the craft and approached the children. And we have another video.
Did you see the eyes? What did they look like?
They were going like that.
Where was the pointy part? Was the pointy part in here, or was the pointy part out there?
I know where the pointy part was for me.
And what was the feeling when you looked at the eyes?
It was scary.
Yeah, it seems like that's the new base hollow.
And what scary? Why? What made it scary?
The eyes looked evil.
Evil. And what was evil about them? Say what you mean by evil.
It looked evil because it was just staring at me.
I don't mind it being that glossy.
Staring at you as if what? As if to do what?
Oh no, because no, we still have this type. See?
As if it wanted to come and take you. That was the feeling you got? That it wanted you to go with it?
Ah, and then we have, another rare energy. And another one of these.
Every time you show me one of these, I'm really jealous of their schooling.
You hear the choir in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got their cool uniforms, their cool accent. It would have been really
really
fun
like
being
the rare
in
energies.
Africa.
Really
I'm
like
sure
those.
some of them had like pet hippos and shit. It's just a great life.
Everyone's coming from across the country, across the planet to interview you.
Yeah.
That's fucking, it's really awesome.
Because you claimed you saw an alien. I'm sure I claimed I saw all kinds of shit when I was 10. No one interviewed me.
Let me get back to it though.
Yeah,
Genuine or
but
not
you weren't
genuine,
really cool
What do you think
when you
about
were
that,
10.
that specific interview? Because I'm not a good judge of character probably, but she seemed genuine. Like
yeah,
a lot of the
neither am I,
interviews,
and I also think that.
they genuinely seem like they believe what they're talking about. Like her eyes do dart around a bit, which kind of like I would say is somewhat indicative of like searching for an answer, maybe lying, but
maybe
the tone of their voice and just the consistency of what they're saying really does seem like they believe what they're saying.
Yes. And I can't remember because
That's a duplicate.
And I don't even know
Sad.
if this is a pseudoscience or not, but there is a theory that when you're lying, you move your eyes to one side, it's either left or right, and when you're accessing your memory, you move it to the other part of your
Well, that would
eyes.
be really useful to know right now. But she did go back and forth, I thought.
It could be
What does that
both.
It does indicate mass hysteria, don't you reckon? That it's sort of, I'm sort of inventing it.
Oh,
I'm sort of
wait. No,
remembering.
you're absolutely right. That would, again, not a psychologist, no formal training. But if you're darting back and forth, it's like you're accessing both
sides.
Yeah.
But she does seem like she is
Or she's just a
thinking
kid.
long and hard about what she's saying before. And to me,
Another
that
one of the
seems like she is
glossies.
trying to access her memory. It's not like she's trying to say the wrong. All I'm basing this off really is I think a lot of the time when people lie, they are quick to answer. They got something to hide.
Here's another thing that I find interesting about this case. What is the motive for lying in this situation? There needs to be a motive for this many people to come together and lie. All it takes is one of them saying, I lied. And yet it didn't happen.
It's very cool to think that all these kids in the middle of Zimbabwe.
I know. It's a hard pill to swallow. But
it'd be
Do you believe?
I mean,
do you believe,
mass
Snake?
hysteria does make the most sense, and we will get to that eventually.
Are you an
But
alien guy?
It is a very peculiar situation, in my opinion, just based off how many possibilities there are for people to basically just confess to having lied and caused the whole situation. All it takes is one of those little
And
chains
yet
to
they
break,
haven't.
and they haven't. I mean, there was one guy, and we will get into eventually. He did claim that he was pranking everyone, but he had spent like 30 years reaffirming it. It seemed like he was just sick of it. And so he was like, yeah, I did it as a prank. I told him to look at a shiny rock.
Because he was tired of people asking him about it.
Yeah, but
Something somewhere. All right, all right.
61 students or so.
Leaving it open. Ooh, a
like,
prism
attest to that
energy.
Or confirm that.
To this day, none of them are broken.
And it was on a Netflix documentary, so I immediately discredited it.
Why?
It's just I just think Netflix
'Cause Netflix
builds shit
sucks.
like that out of nothing. They probably like guided him to that.
Ooh.
Accusations.
Okay, look, I don't know enough about media like
Ooh.
you do. I don't know how you know all these things. But nonetheless, I am impressed.
I knew nothing about the Ariel School situation until I started researching this like 5 days ago.
You've never heard of this before?
I mean, I had heard of it. I just didn't look into it until 5 days ago. And now I'm a full believer.
I can't believe that we've switched roles.
I know, it's weird.
You want to believe this one, and I don't want to believe
This is the one where it's like, I mean, 62 people, that's a lot of people. And again,
A
no
lot of
motive
people,
to lie.
yeah.
And yes, you will say attention. But again, all it takes is one kid to then go, I'm actually going to get more attention by saying that we lied. So by coming clean. One guilty conscience. And then the entire thing goes up in flames.
Lying doesn't seem like that's the
I really
main
don't think
motive
it's like-
here.
it's-
It's
it
either
could
mass
still
hysteria
mass
or it
hysteria.
happened.
Yeah.
What if they got
I
Men
don't
in
feel like
Black
it was mass
like
hysteria,
neuralized and
because
their
it's the
memories were
most-
replaced with aliens?
There's bases for it. Historical situations that have
Which
been
is kind of the
similar.
opposite of Men in Black, I guess.
But at the same time,
Do you discuss them later?
yeah, we'll get into it. We'll keep going.
Crap, I want to know now.
We'll get into it
This sucks.
after. Hey,
I want to know now.
Skip ahead. Skip ahead in the episode. After conducting the interviews, Mac reported that the events had been genuine and that he believed the children were telling the truth and that they had been visited by extraterrestrials. In one of Mac's interviews, a 5th grader named Francis.
That's impossible. Nobody would like to visit kids.
Happen, and
what are they, pedophile aliens?
Mustn't be. End quote. An 11-year-old Emma told him, quote, I think they want people to know that we're actually making harm on this world, and we mustn't get too technologed. End quote. That's a cool word.
No, don't get technologed.
This isn't her age 40.
This isn't from the Harvard professor.
Okay.
Or it could be. The children were adamant when speaking with Mac that they had not seen a plane. Regardless of the extensive interviews conducted by first the teachers, then Leach, then Hind, and now Mac.
Ooh, that one's a
answers still
shiny
weren't
energy,
coming to
actually.
focus, but the sincerity and consistency of
Shiny
each child's
special.
story had convinced each and every adult involved that still something had happened. I didn't include the video, but there was also like an interview with like all of the teachers at the school, and they were all like fully convinced that their kids had seen something.
Ooh,
Whether or not it's
yay,
aliens,
I got a special
don't know.
How
steel
were they
one.
convinced? Just because so many of them came
Yeah,
and said
just
it.
because, again, they know their kid's the best, probably. So they know when they're like playing a prank.
Yes.
So their sincerity as well and their belief in it is kind of compelling, in my opinion. I'm a true believer. You're going to have to get rid of your alien hunter shtick now. I'm pretty disappointed that you're not believing.
You are convincing me.
All right,
And
after this one, there's one left.
Somewhat, and probably convinced because it's monetarily in my interest to continue being convinced by it. But still,
Buy
you're
tickets
making
now.
a good case.
Buy tickets
And
now
usually
for
you're
Alien Hunter.
trying to ruin everything, like that talking mongers. Easily the most plausible
But is there
thing.
any evidence of off-world tech? No one anywhere on Earth has captured definitive proof. Government or amateur or alike? Yeah, like no radio waves, no signal. There's been like nothing that's drifted here. There's been other than like a super rare radio blip. There's been like no attempt at contact. But that's where the great filter theory comes in, I suppose, right?
The amount of silver balls or discs, how the spacecraft came to land, where it landed, and how many aliens were involved in the event, and crucially, what they looked like. Some kids saw the beings, but not the spaceship, and some saw it the other way around. Some witnesses said that the spacecraft had windows and lights, while others said that it had stripe patterns of various different colors on the exterior. Some stories said that there had been a loud noise, like a loud buzzing noise. Some others said that there had been no noise at all. One kid even went so far as to say that the aliens were fat. I forgot about it.
Fat aliens.
This is why I believe it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You've got nowhere to run now, Jackson. They figured it out.
Fat aliens.
They said that all the aliens
Fat for his standards.
One of them was a big
It just says the aliens were fat, so yeah, I guess they were all fat. Fuck. That's actually super compelling.
Yes. Especially seeing as 1 out of the 62 said they were fat.
While others said that the aliens had long black hair. These contradictions are actually rather important, as well they individually may not seem...
Or the Prime Directive type thing. What's that? That's Star Trek, but I don't know what that means.
And we have a picture here of just 2 depictions. One looks like a suited man doing like a weird jazz hand dance, and then the other...
I've actually had sex once in my life. I don't know. I've never watched Star Trek.
Scary nun that has come back from
No, that's not true. I've actually watched the movies, just none of the TV shows.
Very, very demented child. They should look into
Okay,
that.
so what it is Conjuring University.
I've seen the Wrath of Khan or whatever.
IBM afterwards. Yeah, that's quite different.
Can you please put that in American terminology so that our audience of primarily American people...
Okay, 7 Mate would be like your channel that I'm assuming is called 7 Pal.
No, it's probably like PBS.
It is not PBS.
Yeah,
Jackson.
yeah, it's PBS.
PBS is ABC. There's no public broadcasting service.
ABC.
Coming up next, a public broadcasting service.
Home and
Cleveland
away.
show.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
What's 7 Mate over there then? I don't know, Fox.
Okay, what's your bogan channel? There's got to be some bogan channel called... I know in England it's called Dave. Oh, could you imagine watching Dave?
Oh, I can imagine.
And I'm jealous I'm not watching.
Prime Directive prohibits interfering with the natural, social, and technological development of less advanced civilizations. Who
anything
declares them to be less advanced.
I'm telling you, you don't believe me, but American Dad is great.
Yo, chat.
Oh, here we go.
Once again, you are letting us down, but let us know if you do hear this. What do you reckon about American Dad?
Yeah,
American
I'm
Dad
pro
slaps.
American Dad. Jordan is pro Big Mouth for some reason.
Oh yeah, Big Mouth, greatest show.
The Federation. Okay, who's the Federation? Is that the galactic government?
Holy hell. I'm sorry, we're going to have to stop for a second and talk about Big Mouth.
No,
Big
please.
Mouth, I have never sat through a cartoon that felt like it went for an hour and a half, despite it going for 22 minutes. Jackson paused it at about 4 minutes and 50 seconds.
Galactic government type shit. Gay.
We're 3/4
Yeah,
done.
oh god, that show is so bad.
It's so bad.
Somehow it made wanting to return to my dingy little roadside motel room and just going to sleep. Yeah, that was a comfort. Just stepping away from the computer screen, which was playing Big Mouth. I was like, I want to be anywhere else right now.
I'd rather be in the middle of a drug deal that went bad, which
Yeah.
has obviously happened at that roadside hotel.
So we're saying Big Mouth not good?
I reckon that would be more enjoyable than Big Mouth.
So bad.
So bad.
So, definitively don't like Big Mouth. No Big Mouth.
John Mack, the guy from before.
Mac Daddy.
Formerly well-regarded and a Pulitzer Prize winner, his reputation was actually taking a beating at the time, after just earlier publishing the book called Abduction, Human Encounter. Sick. Abduction, Human Encounters with Aliens.
Oh, God.
There's like penis within the first like 2 minutes. Like drawn child penis within the first 2 minutes.
That's gross.
Got away with it in this
Again, we're back on Big Mouth. Sorry, John Mack. You'll have your moment. Let us talk about.
We're talking
Big
about
Mouth.
all the mysteries of the universe in this podcast.
They needed that.
Aliens, how that was aired.
How is that? How is Big Mouth widely celebrated? Where it's like drawn child penis within the first 2 minutes. Also, just awful.
This one's cool. It's hollow and textured.
Angle.
I really like this one.
Why is that allowed? And then, like cuties was like publicly derided, which is good. I think they're both awful, but like,
I don't know anything about cuties.
He was just like sexualized children.
Very neat.
But that's all Big Mouth is.
Exactly. Like
I suppose it's Bill Burr's theory. As soon as it's animated, it doesn't matter anymore.
That is exactly it. I think so.
Yeah.
As soon as it's if they just did cuties animated, I think they'd be lauded as heroes, and you don't know what it is. It was some French movie where they were like,
oh,
it was like
Say No More.
criticizing.
Yeah, I can imagine that getting a little blue.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable.
Did you watch it?
No, I watched like YouTube reviews, which is probably not the best sort. But I didn't want to watch it. I didn't want to watch it. Did not want to watch it.
Look, also, I will just add this.
So I'd say
American
two best
Dad,
polls.
The Alien's funny.
Probably the A spec
Now we'll continue on.
and the full art.
That ends Red Thread's 15-minute animation corner. Now back to the episode. Harvard had actually also opened an official investigation into him for misconduct, something that had never been done before to a tenured professor at this point with so little impetus due to the belief that he had been telling people
right back.
who believed that they'd been abducted by aliens that their experience was completely real without any scientific basis or reasoning to back up his assurances. One of Mac's colleagues went so far as to say that Mac was, quote, a brilliant fellow who occasionally loses it, and this time he's lost it big time, end quote. Was that Donald Trump? That sounds like a Donald Trump quote.
It really does.
While the Harvard Committee's draft report suggested that, quote, to communicate in any way whatsoever to a person who has reported a close encounter with an extraterrestrial life form that this experience might have well been real is professionally irresponsible, end quote.
To even communicate with them.
Yeah. The 14-month investigation, that's so long.
All right.
What the fuck? Why
Here's the roadmap now for the rest of this stream.
Investigation was concluded after pushback from other academics.
We're going to take our loot here, and we're going to open it up in the TCG,
Harvard professor of law
and
He's
redeem these
always in Red
packs.
Thread somehow.
How?
I don't know how, but somehow all
So
these
let's
topics-
switch over to...
all of these topics. It's like what's that 7 degrees from Bacon or what?
Yeah,
is
it's
Bacon?
Dershowitz.
It's Dershowitz. He's the one that's connected to everything. It's incredible.
I don't know how he's had such an extraordinary life.
Now, can I redeem these on the website?
I'm so sick of talking about him. Can he stop being so involved in things?
Or can I redeem them right here?
Main character
Stop being such a
syndrome.
remarkable man.
Don't say that. With the
Greatest man ever. And thus concludes our legal review corner of this episode.
I'm excited to find out what our next corner is.
All right, it's in the shop. I know where the shop's up here.
2 to go.
Redeem.
Yeah, luckily there's a maximum. Unless we're working like hexagons.
It appears I can't choose my device. I don't want to enter these manually. That's ass.
With the result being that the
Okay.
the dean reaffirmed Dr. Mack's academic freedom to study what he wishes and to state his opinions without impeding.
Okay, I know what to do.
Regardless of the outcome of the ordeal,
That's what I have this for.
In May of 1994, the situation had caused Dr. Mack's reputation considerable damage. So yeah, this whole situation with like the university board happened maybe 3 months, May, June, July, August, September, 5 months before the alien invasion of this African village.
Return and try again.
My theory is that he was really desperate for
Okay.
aliens to be real, because it would have made him look less insane.
Can I log in,
He's
please?
smart enough to know that he was looking insane, especially since he was like the first Harvard professor, tenured Harvard professor, to be criticized by Harvard without
Okay, we're trying.
real good reason.
Trying to log in here.
Just because he liked aliens.
Should sign me out of the app,
Yeah,
I think.
So I think he was like feeling the
Or the
heat,
game
he really
here.
wanted to push an agenda here. So maybe not
Oh,
the
is it
most
not?
believable source.
All right, make sure I'm signed to the right
This is all
account.
to say that Mac was certainly not an
Yep.
unbiased individual
Okay.
who came in with an open mind. In fact, this event couldn't have been any more welcome. To him, it may have seemed an opportunity to reinforce his beliefs, and this inherent bias and motive may have influenced the stories that the children told him. For example, the environmental warnings angle of the stories the witnesses told did
Here
not
we go.
occur
As soon as the
until John
stupid
Mack's
camera
interviews
loads.
2 months after the events. They were not recorded in Hines interviews, and they stem primarily from the Mack interviews, which are considered to be full of leading questions and insinuations. Why is this interesting? Well, because John Mack was a staunch environmentalist and anti-nuclear proponent. Cynthia Hine did eventually report similar stories, but not until after Mack's interviews. So it does show how kind of malleable the children's stories are to outside pressure, which I think is, again, like a symptom, not of them lying, but of mass hysteria. If they're that
It's
malleable.
not loading the camera on the page where I need the
On
camera.
the topic of Hyde, a lot of the focus is put on her original interviews as undeniable proof that the children did see aliens, as the overall consistency of their stories is remarkable. However, what is often omitted is that these interviews were conducted in groups of between 2 and 6, while other children were allowed to watch and listen to each group's interview. Therefore, it's undeniable that each story was at the very least cross-contaminated with the others.
This
That's
is
not to
a
dismiss
little
their
annoying.
experiences, it is to dispel the common notion that it's incredible that all of the students told exactly the same
Okay,
story, and that must be undeniable proof that what they said actually happened. Beyond that, it should be noted that 62 students said that they witnessed something, whereas almost 200 said that they didn't witness anything at all. So there were 200 other kids in the schoolyard at the same time. It's just 62. 62 had stories to tell. 200 of them said that they didn't see anything.
Still, I think it's cool that maybe the aliens only decided to appear in front of 62.
Yeah, if
teach them a lesson.
If that young,
you don't learn at school.
If that young kid who was
Stupid old phone.
Outfit
So I
that
hate
we'll
this
be
thing.
looking for on eBay
So
later
glad I
to
don't have to
buy.
deal with this anymore.
To dress up as in future episodes of Red Thread. As he said, they did just disappear, which does
Okay,
imply
fine.
some form of dimension.
What if I use this one here? That's for the soundboard.
to appear to people.
Exactly.
Not what I want, but
So I do think that's a possibility.
Yeah, that explains why the other 200 kids.
Yeah.
And I think we can move on. That part of the story silly to criticize.
wait, why is the battery at 4%? Been
Another
plugged in.
interesting element that Cynthia Hine notes is that the children didn't have exposure to modern media and as such wouldn't have been familiar with the concepts of UFOs and alien visitors. So when they report them and draw such detailed and consistent sketches, the source must be an actual real-life encounter. For example, when a skeptic pointed out to Cynthia that the pictures that the children drew were very similar to the stereotypical depiction of aliens in media, Cynthia retorted, quote, "Well, a lot of these children don't go to the movies. They live in the country. Parents
So,
are farmers."
who cares if they don't go to the movie?
That answer is at best, in my expert opinion, naive. I did a little bit of research.
That's insane.
I'm telling her what her country is like. I'm condescending. Aerial School sits just outside Harare, Zimbabwe's capital of 1.6 million and the country's economic hub, only about 15 minutes away, at the edge of the agricultural belt. Far from being isolated,
Why is
Aerial
this not
School was the
charging?
most
It's making me
expensive private
sad.
School in the area. Its students came from wealthy families, wore neat uniforms, spoke fluent English, and had access to a competition swimming pool, tennis courts, and even a golf course.
Wow.
These children were no less exposed to global media than their peers in any other modern city. Especially amid, and this is important, the wave of UFO mania that was saturating Zimbabwe.
It's just gonna die on me before I get to enter these codes.
Very good.
In fact, the day before the aerial incident, nearly every radio and TV station in the country was
so
reporting
let's
spaceships
take
in
down
the
my
sky.
actual cell phone then, I
And
suppose.
an element
Don't need
that
this
is
camera anymore.
Always omitted from this story. So, of course, they knew what aliens, you know, they had aliens fresh on the brain. The kids did.
Look.
Okay, here we go. Now you flipped and you're gonna defend it.
It's your fault. You've done too much of a convincing point.
I'm on your side. I do believe that they saw something.
All right.
I think that there might be some truth to. Then again, it is the 90s at this point. But I do remember that Rhodesia was always very underdeveloped. It wasn't like South Africa. It was way more plainy.
Yeah.
There wasn't. I remember people even in the 70s and 80s when they were growing up.
All right, here we go. This should work this time.
And they were from rich households that had help. It wasn't like here, which was obviously a vibrant metropolis by the 1970s and even in the 90s. Guys, did you know that we had Pokemon growing up?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking wild.
That's from Japan.
All right, it's
We're
working
just
now.
like you Americans.
Yep. All of the access to you. We know about fluff. And we tasted it once and we're like, what is wrong with you people? What the fuck? Have you had that shit?
No, what is it?
Man.
Fluff.
After this, I want to go get a milkshake. And then if Spurksnake's up for it, I think I'm going to tackle some more of the Outer Wilds.
Some kind of marshmallow?
Not the Outer Wilds, it's just Outer Wilds.
Oh, no, I haven't had
You
that.
never had that?
No, that sounds gross.
Oh, it is. I'm sure I've offended everybody watching.
Marshmallows are only good when you get to toast them. You can't toast spread, surely.
I think you could, but it'd catch on fire.
Yeah. No, yeah, okay. Okay, you can toast it. You can toast anything. That's you know what I meant.
LOL, you are as bad as me. Same 7 different devices doing double duty.
And that
hey, if it works, it works, you know?
The fluff corner. But
sometimes it doesn't.
It just clicked on me that it's very cool that they saw these outside of Aerial School.
They extend how many you can redeem at a time?
Well, it's called Aerial.
Oh, they did.
Yeah,
okay.
Thus concludes Corner 4. Jordan, loosely rhyming words together. That's
you
the
mean
corner.
aerial as in like the sky?
Yeah, the sky.
I thought you were getting way.
Okay, I'm confused. Where are my cards? Did I not? Do I not get them?
Bloody tarot reading.
No,
Where are they?
I didn't know about this.
Soul syrup available now. Tarot card themed. No, it's just
Holy fuck, you are.
For some reason,
You're a tarot card reader merchant now.
I know. Let's say alien names. I know angel names for some reason.
Wait, so are these just being collected automatically? I don't like that. I want to open them myself.
Was one of them.
I don't know if they are or not.
You know what I'm talking about? People that eat fluff.
Yeah, they came for us. They came for our fluff. They heard there was a.
Thank God we don't have any.
Chapter 5: The many years afterwards. The Aerial School UFO incident quickly became one of the most famous UFO cases to have.
Okay, these ones are from the Battle Pass, I'm pretty
It is often
sure.
cited as one of the most significant events in UFO history. Do you talk about it in your live show at all? Does it ever get brought up?
Aerial?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Is there a relogin?
Discounted this one.
Yeah, why?
Okay. I
Okay.
just don't believe it.
All right.
I'm just gonna redeem one this time.
Several witnesses maintain that what they reported was true, and they've largely stuck to their testimonials in the years that followed. Skeptics often frame the Aerial School encounter as a textbook case of children being pussies. No, mass hysteria. According to this view, a combination of suggestibility, peer reinforcement,
the keyboard's
and
off. That's why.
emotional
Silly me.
contagion created a shared illusion that gripped all of the witnesses. Similar phenomena have been recorded before: the infamous dancing plagues of medieval Europe, or the 1962 laughing epidemic in Tanganyika, where hundreds of schoolchildren succumbed to uncontrollable laughter that spread from one village to another.
Yeah, I heard about
Horrifying.
that.
Huh?
I heard about that.
Yeah. It was in all
I want to know what the conclusion was. What was the point where they all went, good times?
Well,
yeah, anyway, what's for dinner? When did that happen?
Did they die?
Did they?
It says succumbed.
Yeah.
They could have actually broken their ribs.
Yeah, yeah. No, they didn't die. Surely not.
Yeah, they died.
Yeah.
They died of super death.
How is this a textbook
It happens
example
sometimes.
of laughing heaps? They saw an alien. How is this the same?
Well, it depends how the social contagion started, right? If the alien sighting had the effect of like it was a clown instead, then
There. Okay, I just had to log back. Okay, I had to log out, log back in. Okay. So it is counting. So that's what I'll have to do. I'll just have to
so this belief
redeem them.
Oh my god, an alien, dude. And then he's like, the other kid's like, what, an alien? He looks up and he doesn't really see it, but because the other kid said it,
And then log in, log out. And then I'll have the packs.
Seems like it's a stretch to put these three together, though.
Well,
now I'm back on board. I think it's kind of lame to say that it's a mass hysteria event.
You think everything's lame when it comes to mass hysteria, though?
I hate mass hysteria as a call because I just don't think that it's real.
It's very
Yeah, mass hysteria is mass hysteria.
It's very rare.
Everyone's mass hysterically.
Genuinely use it as an excuse.
They're hallucinating about mass hallucinations.
When everyone's laughing, laughter is contagious.
Yeah.
And I've been in that fit, especially when I've been stoned, where I'm just laughing and then someone else starts laughing and then it's like an
Nobody
hour
gets
of
stoned.
I mean, but
there's no mass hysteria happening.
Except for me.
I mean,
I'm gonna get stoned.
It is by definition hysterical.
I stand corrected. You're absolutely right. I didn't even
Smoke
think
them
about
if you got them.
Is the word.
That's like at the base level for something to be mass hysteria. If you're all laughing, that is like mass hysteria.
That is mass hysteria by definition. Yep, fair enough. All right.
By Faxx
I still
and
stand by
logic.
that doesn't explain an alien because there's nothing funny about that.
I mean, we've been laughing about it for like 2 hours now. Probing.
Jackson, just on the last paragraph, you have to flip, don't you? You just have to do it.
I just
Come on.
have to put you in your place.
With possible facts
and possible logic. Let's wrap this up in a nice bow. In the context of the events at the time in Zimbabwe, the theory is that children, already primed by the news stories and UFO rumors, fed off each other's fears and imagination until they collectively believed that they were witnessing something extraordinary. In fact, counter to you, a survey published in the Malawi Medical Journal found that
I don't think that's how you
cases such as
pronounce
these
it,
are
Jackson.
surprisingly common in African schools.
Why?
In the article, they cite many different cases that bear striking resemblance before concluding, quote, the psychosocial environment
Damn it.
plays a crucial role in the occurrence of mass hysteria in developing countries. This is super interesting.
Keep
What
dropping
does
my
this mean?
fucking
Well,
vape.
the stress and anxiety and stress... Wait, no.
Alright, I think I've redeemed all the cards, though.
Well, the stress and anxiety of living in a developing country can heighten collective, meaning more than one, tension, which can alter how suggestible people are in group psychology. In simple terms, mass hysteria is less about an external event, showing up counter to common belief,
All right,
and
cool.
more about
There we
the
go. There we go.
environment and how the environment, that's social, cultural, and psychological, can prime people to experience and reinforce each other's perceptions. So that's why it's more common in developing countries.
Okay.
Still not really.
So, can I just close the game?
It's saying that it happens more in developing countries.
Those 11 packs might get auto-opened. I would be disappointed if they did, though.
They're not poor, but they still live in an environment where
that is poor.
Where that like the heightened tension of the region, let's say, does still
causes mass hysteria.
Yeah, well, primes them for mass hysteria.
Primes them
Potentially.
for it. That is interesting.
It is. Like, I'm sure, like, if you were developing in like a war zone or something.
What is
like
this
that.
foot cam he's doing?
That's an extreme example, of course, but the psychosocial kind of.
Ooh, I like those
impact of
cards.
that
I like how you can see the
really
outline of his
hard
body
to
through the
grasp,
card
you know,
art.
it's
That's
really
cool. It's like
difficult to kind of
translucent.
quantify.
That's pretty neat.
Be able to like even imagine that really, what kind of effect that would have on your brain. And so maybe if it does get to a certain degree where you are just more susceptible to kind of group psychology in those situations, just as a survival instinct, maybe. And of course, that's an extreme example for this wealthy school in Zimbabwe, but same concept.
Yeah. I don't mind it as a theory.
You'd have to look more into it. And this
I think that those 11
for
packs did get
highbrow-
opened, but could be wrong.
Highbrow social concepts that require a lot of reading.
Yeah.
One interesting theory, though, is that more culturally specific
Grimsnarl.
emerged.
Marnie's.
Sorry, one interesting theory that is more culturally specific emerged some years later in a paper by Gideon Reed titled, quote, "The Mysterious Events at Aerial School, the Puppet Hypothesis."
Search your deck for any item. Ooh, that's not bad.
African natures that was attempting to deal with the spread of HIV or AIDS, and international NGOs used unconventional methods to raise awareness. Methods including, giving me PTSD, touring puppet shows that were designed to engage
Cool
with
scrapper.
school children. God, that's bleak.
Ooh, it's that new
We
hollow.
got like at my school, at my primary school, we got like what was his name? Harold the giraffe.
Yeah. Healthy Harold.
Yeah, that's all we got, and it was just drugs. Made it seem really cool. I don't know who was paying for that, but
it didn't help, did it?
You know, it did not.
No.
That made drugs look
Just
sick.
made me think about drugs.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking
And
about
obviously, whoever came up with Healthy Harold was on drugs.
I need drugs to get through that.
God, I hope he's still around.
Yeah. We need Five Nights at Freddy's, but with Harold.
I didn't like Samurott as a star. One of the like the. What is it? Piplup?
Is that the
No.
strange beings might have been misinterpreted puppets or costume performers who strayed outside
Ashwat.
their
There we go.
intended setting. That does sound like Five Nights at
Very
Freddy's.
funny.
The theory falters under scrutiny, though, considering no records exist of such a performance at or near Ariel at the time. The consistency of the children's description seems
Ooh,
far
Swan is
more
a pretty
vivid than what
Pokemon.
Puppet Act could reasonably
Ooh.
inspire. But the paper does offer with it a more important
Once
take.
during your turn, you may use this ability. Your opponent reveals their hand, and you can put a basic Pokemon with less than 70 HP onto your opponent's bench. So you can force them to equip Pokemon to their bench.
Suggesting that they did believe
Interesting.
that they had
Interesting.
seen something, and as such, some kind of stimulus that prompted
That
them
would be
to
good
do
for
something else.
Lily's
It's not
Clefairy.
alien.
Yes, exactly.
What would it be? What rational? If it is the mass hysteria route, and they believe they saw an alien that wasn't actually an alien, what could it have been? Like a military thing?
There was the theory that it was a kid that said it's a rock.
Yeah.
It's over there, and
I
that was
guess,
the stimulus.
Yeah. I mean, it could be true. Yeah, like that could be enough. Maybe.
Interesting looking Pokemon.
Puppet Show, guys, is a great one.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Ooh, it's that new hollow.
Decades later, a new element of the story did appear from one eyewitness. However, in 2023, a Zimbabwean social media
full art
personality
rufflet.
and former student named Dallin claimed in a Netflix documentary called Encounters
Excadrill.
that the entire
Never used it.
aerial incident was the result of a prank that he had orchestrated when he told his classmates that a shiny rock in the distance was a UFO. There's no proof to suggest that this is true, and it does contradict Dallin's own claims made in the
Interesting.
documentary 15 years prior.
It
to the Netflix
synergizes with the
documentary.
Shelmet.
I'm just including it in there because you have to. I disbelieve him. John Mack continued to investigate UFO encounters and abductions for 10
Audio
years following
beat.
the events of the Aerial School UFO investigation. But on
All right,
September
I'm getting some
27th,
trainer cards now for
2004, almost 10
duplicates.
years to
That's
the
good.
date after the event,
Ooh.
Mack was killed by a drunk driver while in London.
Oh man,
That's a
He
great
was
card.
struck at 11:25 p.m. I don't know why we're getting so specific here. After walking home alone from a dinner party where he was then pronounced dead.
Ooh,
shortly
look at that.
after.
Full
The
RN.
driver, Raymond Chekowski, pleaded guilty to careless driving while under the influence of alcohol. But Mac's family requested leniency, stating in a letter, quote, although this was a tragic
This is a cool
event
Pokemon.
for
It's
our
like a
family,
snail
we feel the accused's
javelin
behavior was
Pokemon.
neither malicious nor intentional, and we have no ill will toward him. since we learned of the circumstances of the collision. I don't know. I'd be pissed if I was the dead guy, finding out that, hey, not even my family
Bear
would
tick.
stick up for me.
It's got icicle beard.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Seems like quite a psychologist family response, though.
Yeah, like...
I mean, really, does any of us even have free will to begin with?
Oh,
Is it really
dude.
his fault?
Society created just another statistic.
What does End's plan do? I should have read that card.
The fifth corner.
Isn't it like
Jackson's dark hole?
No, my dark hole was the fucking alien fingering corner.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We're merging. Dimensional merging.
We shouldn't be talking about dark holes on stream.
Raymond ended up serving 6 months in jail and was disqualified from driving for 3 years. Many have speculated that John Mack's death was suspicious and likely a government assassination because he was getting too close to the truth
Yep, I think
about
so too.
abducted individuals. The popular YouTube channel Y-Files, in a video titled, quote, "The UFO incident that shocked Ariel School,"
all right, Hop's
extraterrestrials, re-edit,
Cavalier,
reported that it was suspicious that 3 other John Macks were killed on the same day.
Ruffian, hollow ruffian though.
In England. We couldn't verify this information, nor any other information that suggested foul play. And in fact, there is evidence that suggests that only 2 other John Macks died in England across the entirety of 2004. So I guess...
Yeah, but were they on that day?
No.
Oh.
You either believe our sources or Y-File sources. Choose below.
I choose Y-Files.
Yeah, smart. Go subscribe.
Hop's choice band was new? That doesn't sound right.
The Ariel School UFO incident isn't also the first mass sighting at a school. We need only look to...
Victoria somewhere?
Yeah, Melbourne, Australia, Victoria, to find another incident that mirrors the Ariel School incident. At Westall High School in Melbourne in 1966, more than 200 students and teachers...
Oh, because they're hollow.
saw
That's
the
why.
shape craft land and take off near the school grounds. Like Ariel,
Ooh, full art
the incident
ruffian.
involved a large number of witnesses, many of them students, but also teachers. Explained as a runaway high-altitude balloon, witnesses were warned.
I like
by
full
government
art
officials not
trainer
to speak
cards.
about what they had witnessed. Cynthia Hines' career grew after the investigation.
I like full art any
School
card,
UFO
but trainer
incident.
cards really are cool.
As the notoriety of the event increased her reputation. Unfortunately, she passed away in 2000. But at least she made it to the new millennia.
Good for her.
Good for her.
Wow, that's a good card.
At the end of the day, the Ariel School UFO incident is certainly one of the most fascinating cases of a somewhat reputable UFO sighting, according to me.
Hey, look at that.
While there may have been much in the way of, while there may not have been much in the way of physical evidence or video footage, I disagree. The brush was clearly flattened. The scale of how many people witnessed the event is extraordinary. I agree with that. Regardless of whether or not you believe that aliens visited the school on that
I like the
fateful day,
Graveler because he has
the event still
eyebrows.
serves as a fascinating example of how group psychology can play out and how mass hysteria could potentially flavor long-term memory. It's undeniable that those affected, those who say that they saw something that they truly do
I pulled that
believe
one
that
for
they
real.
saw what they say that they saw. So in that sense, to those people, aliens are real.
Yes. And that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. That some people are happy.
I really wish they did factually exist, though.
Yeah, that would be
That'd
nice.
be nice.
That would be nice.
That would be real.
But it's nice for them.
I have a final clip here, which sums it up perfectly.
From Susan Boyle, it seems. Yep.
That's Hind.
Oh, okay.
But
There
yes,
you go.
it's South African Susan
Does
Boyle.
look like a character.
I'm hoping for at least one more full
I
art.
believe them. I believe they saw what they said they saw. I think that perhaps some have been influenced by others and they've added a little bit here and a little bit there. But basically, they drew in their drawings many things that I don't think that they could know about.
Ooh, new card on those two.
She was reincarnated.
Well, new
into,
hollows, at
fucking
least.
mining.
Gina Reinhardt.
Gina Reinhardt, yeah.
You are so right about that.
She sounds exactly like it.
Yeah. That was the big
looks
discovery
exactly
of this
like it.
episode.
Yeah, Gina Reinhardt's a time traveler.
Yeah.
Alolan Marowak is cool.
How does she have that voice?
It sounds exactly the same. People out there who don't know, look it up because it sounds
Ooh.
exactly the same. We're running out of battery on our camera, so we have to be quick on these.
Ooh, yes,
that's
full
the end of
art.
the
Sweet.
episode.
Oh, it's cute. It's Eradicate.
I really, really, really hope it's true. And you're...
I like the Team Rocket team. How many
really
different
hope it
arts there
doesn't.
are for the different
No, I really
guys.
No, I love it. I love aliens. I hope that it's real. I actually do lean towards them.
Ooh, I got 3 Ethan's Adventures in a row, and I got a full art.
I don't think the mass hysteria angle works
Sweet.
without them having seen something.
That was a good pull.
So
I like
do
that
think
one.
They saw something. Whether it was an alien or not, I don't know. But it had to have been something military, high tech, alternate tech, dimensional tech, perhaps.
Seems like there's a lot of good new
Getting
cards.
very, Alex Jonesy over here. But it has to be something cool.
Yes, when you redeem packs online, they are different from your physical pulls. Yeah, so you get 2 different pack pulls. So you get two different rolls.
And it could have been an angel.
You get real life RNG and digital RNG.
Your theories.
The pack counts are different too. In real life, packs are always 10, and packs aren't always the same amount in the digital. We'll count the next pack for how many cards there are.
You are. You're going out there.
You give me your theory. Give me your theory.
I think.
Ooh,
it's
that's cool.
Shit's making things up.
Cool.
And I
All right.
really
So
wish
a
that
Destined Rival pack has
So
1,
your desire to hate
2,
children is stronger than your
3,
your desire to believe
4,
aliens are real. That's super
5,
interesting.
Yeah.
6,
Still gonna have some anyway.
7,
Alright, so you
8,
can sign up over at official
9,
for a free 7-day
10. It
trial
is a
to
full-size
ad-free
pack.
early
Wow,
access
that's
to
impressive.
Red Thread episodes.
Some older packs are only like 5 or 6
Really do
cards.
appreciate it. Keeps
Thank
Red Thread
you.
going. You sent us out here into the desert, believe it or not. So thank you for that. You
It did seem like I was pulling a lot of cards.
Yeah, big thank you.
'Cause these are
Obviously, to
10
all
packs,
members.
which is
7-day free
nice.
Trial, you get early access. You can ask us questions like this. Dominic Peeps asks, if you witnessed an alien phenomena like this, how would you react? And would
Whoa,
anyone
that's a
believe
really
you
good
or saw it
move.
alone? I feel like people would believe me. You know.
Why?
I just don't think I'd be the kind to make something like that up. I don't really exaggerate much.
And what, you're saying that I'm a huge, massive,
exaggerate.
pathological liar,
Not a
do you?
liar.
Okay, thank you, Jackson.
Not a
Very nice
liar.
of you to say that.
I might build a Team
Oh,
Rocket
it
deck.
hurt
You've
so
got-
quickly.
Okay, how about I take it in this angle? You've got political rivals who could potentially
All right, a Destined Rival pack is 1, or a Journey
Yes,
Together
yes,
is
that can
1,
happen. You know
2,
what's very interesting? The fact that you
3,
just said before that I'm
4,
not one to lie.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those are both full-size packs. That's really nice. And what about
I
the
do have
flare
the bloke
packs?
mentality to say it was this big.
1,
Yeah.
I
Two,
swear, cuz.
You literally did say it like on day 1
4,
of this road trip.
Did I?
5,
Yeah, so, over
6,
something. I remember it being like
7,
very innocuous. Like how big
8,
was it the burrito?
9,
the kebabs
and
that
yeah,
they had? You were
10.
Like,
Awesome.
Kebabs.
yeah, you said like it doesn't matter.
All right,
It's
so we
useless,
pulled a
but you
total
did
of
say it at some
270
point.
cards.
It was this big.
Yeah, it was this big.
No, that wasn't me.
Was it me?
No, that was Connor.
Was it Connor?
I was saying
Got a
like,
lot
you
of
had massive red
converted.
cans, and then he
That's
said,
it.
quote,
Got some new
"I've
energies.
seen
We got full
big."
arts down here.
Just trying to one up.
Yeah. And then we
I
said,
can.
This big.
I can.
Yeah. It was the biggest Red Bull can.
I've seen bigger cans.
These were good. I like both
Shadow
these.
Conspiracy asks, do y'all think that there was any strategy for the aliens to land in an area like Rua during the 80s, 90s? Seeing how the city
I
was
pulled
less
this one in real
technologically
life
advanced
and
say,
in the
New
game.
York
That was
and
cool.
stuff. Well, if they land in New York, everyone's going to see it. They only want to appear to 60 children.
Yeah.
If you land in New York, it's going to
Not
be
260.
enormous. Yeah.
All right. Well,
No,
it sounds
we
like they're
stick
wrapping
by
up,
the
and it's a good
number.
time for me to wrap up.
What is
Bam.
the answer
Now I
for
got plenty of
aliens landing on
currency.
Earth in general?
You can't
Why do
see
they-
it. Here, let me
Well, I
take off the
think it's
cam
the
for a
same
second.
reason that we
Scouting?
monitor
I got plenty of
uncontacted tribes.
currency, which is nice.
Well, yeah, but we don't.
So I can buy cards that I'm
typically try
missing
not
for
to
a deck I
land
want to
in the,
build.
You know, like the little campground, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, but maybe they thought, hey, did you
Let's
turn on the
see.
invisibility cloak? And then they're just like, yeah, it's on. It was like me with putting on the bottle clap for the extra blue or whatever it was and being, yeah, it's full.
They
It was
walked,
that.
so there could be an
Wrap it
alien in the room
up.
right now, we don't
All
even
right,
know. Just
fine.
watching, like,
Then I'm gonna go get my
it's amazing.
shake,
man.
and then we're gonna play Outer Wilds if you
Pay for,
want.
pay for
Yeah,
the
come
membership.
on. Sign up, alien, wherever you are. I'm getting schizophrenic. Miss Mosh asks a question for Jordan. Why are fuck you too? Why are all UFO sightings seemingly in America?
Well,
as
you
we
will
just
have to
saw.
watch my live show to find out. I'll tell you anyway. You're a paying member.
This card's worth a lot of money
I'll
in
tell
real
you
life.
why. Because it's there's apparently a direct link between how many nuclear weapons a country has and how many UFOs.
Hold this one. That's cool.
Really?
So it goes in order of America sees the most, Russia sees the second most, China sees the third most, etc., etc.
Is it linear in like sightings to nuclear weapons too?
Well,
Ooh, now I have a hollow
you ever heard
Crispin.
this? I'm giving away a big part of my show, but when this
I had a
Soviet
full
Union
Crispin down
collapsed,
there, which is nice.
there was a bunch of documents that are no longer.
I pulled this
classified
one
because
in real
it's
life.
classified,
This
so
weird
people are
textured
scouring
one.
through them. Heaps of them are about UFOs. One of them is a memo that says, and it's to every nuclear silo in the Soviet Union, and it says, if you see flying saucers, stop shooting at them. We've lost 6 pilots.
Nice.
And that's it. What the fuck?
Well, doesn't that just mean they're shooting them, their own people down? Is that not what that means?
No, they're saying if you see flying saucers, specifically
Stop
flying
shooting.
saucers, stop shooting at them. They're saying there's other.
They're not
documents
flying
about this as
saucers, you're
well.
killing
They're
people.
saying that flying saucers, and Americans say this about them being on nuclear sites as well. It's like they send out drones or something to monitor
How
the
much
silos.
nuclear stuff?
Ooh, that's
How much
pretty.
They seem to be quite interested in how much nuclear technology we have.
Because that's the only reason why I would think that like they would ever.
I pulled that one in
visit
real
us
life.
is if they're interested in some resource on the planet that they can detect. So if it's
That's
nuclear,
cute.
But I think that they're
material-
probably more interested in us blowing ourselves up.
Oh, they're like.
I think that it's just like as soon as, because sightings after World War II massively increased.
Wow, this is a
so
cool
Are
card.
we basically like one of those, you know, is it TLC shows for them? They're just sitting up there watching us fuck around, basically.
Oh, I forgot I can't pull from this
I think
pack.
more they
Still,
thinking,
because still,
okay, the Russians have figured out how to blow themselves
but I could
up,
pull
we should
from this one,
probably
I think,
monitor
right?
this. I think that they're more concerned. You know what
Well,
I
is that
think
a
they
good
see
thing?
it
Are
as?
they going to step in
Either
and
the
stop us?
uncontacted tribes, or we are like a little sea monkey experiment they
Ooh.
bought at their news agency.
But are they going to step in and help us then?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, sweet.
Still in
Anyway,
eight.
this is all me based off of like that one book called UFO.
Takes a long time for you to be able to use the exchange system on a set.
Fucking pages.
Really?
It's as long as Lord of the Rings.
And you can go watch his live show, obviously, and you're in Australia.
I have almost every single card in this
An
set.
audio
Summary
book
of it.
version of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Hideo Game Kagenius asks.
You triggered?
Yeah. If you could, if you,
Hmm.
Hideo Kojima is an alien. If you could be any alien from fiction,
I'm gonna
which
buy
one
this
would you
one.
Choose? Any alien?
Does that little
There,
sand
now I have
person
every rare in this set.
work as one? You know, and 5 children in it.
No.
No, he's some kind of bog creature.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what other aliens. I tell you what I don't want to be.
What?
One of those fucked ones in Star Trek with the Neanderthal forehead.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Damn, that would
what are they
suck.
called?
Klingon. No?
Klingon? Vulcan? No, Vulcan's Spock.
Okay, I want to be Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah,
just
that's
to
fine.
annoy
Just to annoy everyone. Yeah, sweet. I was also going the Star Wars direction. I'm going to be the giant fucking sand vagina monster, the Sarlacc.
So these are
that
just
everyone
the
falls
shiny
into.
versions of some of
Why?
these.
Because it's just, you don't have to move much. your food comes to you. It's
You got a sweet deal with Jabba
you,
the
you
Hutt.
show
dog.
up in the scene. That's it. Merch deals, maybe.
What about that fat guy that controls the monster?
This
Oh,
one.
you mean in the
Does
dungeon?
he count as an alien?
Yeah.
If I can get
Okay,
this
alien,
one,
I guess,
I want
yeah.
this card.
Well, Jabba's got a pretty good life.
Yeah, until he doesn't, until he gets choked out. He gets
Damn, that
choked
looks
out in
good.
a pretty sexy way, though.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
He's getting hard on
There we go. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Hey, Jabba.
Luckily, we're coming to the end of this. Frictic asks, how disappointed would you be?
I actually
if there
use
were
this
aliens
card.
but
This
they were
card's good.
stupid? Also for Jordan, do you have anywhere to view your tour shows online?
Yes, I do. At Friendly Geordie's Live. And
But
I
not
will
Alien
be
Hunter,
uploading,
right?
not Alien Hunter. And I will be uploading my Byzantine one soon.
Oh,
Name's
really?
Hassel.
Hey, when was that one shot?
Frank Hassel.
Last year.
Okay.
Craply, I might add.
Sweet. That's a glowing endorsement from the man himself.
All of my shows have been for Craply
Ooh.
filmed,
We'll
and I'm
film them
ashamed of all
goodly.
of them. But you
Film
can
them
watch it.
goodly.
That's nice. I'll take 2 of them.
All right. Yeah, go check out his website, obviously. But
Now I have
Sponsor,
some fancy of
the
these
question
cards.
was,
Cool.
how disappointed would you be if the aliens, if there were?
I'm gonna stop before I burn the rest of my
I'm not
currency.
disappointed at all.
Yeah, I'd be happy.
But are we talking about dog?
And I'm gonna hop off now. I didn't pull up a song to end the stream, so I'm gonna do that real quick. I guess I'll turn this back on real quick.
Maybe they come here and they're like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
They
are that to the power of a million years.
Oh god damn.
Yeah, they're Sheldons.
And just like a caricature of a stupid person too. Well, not a stupid person, like a
idiot savant.
Yeah, that. Oh my god, they'd be insufferable.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining, Snake.
If they came here, they'd be so smart.
Tomorrow, if I stream, it's gonna be more Undertale because I need to get some more of that in. But tomorrow night is gonna be busy because I'm doing All Apologies with Andy and Joe Sixpack and Gummy Chainsaw, and then also the movie Lethal Weapon with 2K and Dylan. Hopefully we can wrap it up before I have to leave, but unfortunately I'll have to bail at about 8 East because whenever Andy reached out to me, he said 8 East. He didn't say PM, and I didn't ask for clarification. It's my fault, you see. But either way, I wasn't I double booked myself, and I apologize to both people. So either way, thank you for joining, and until then, we'll see you next time. This song is a lot slower than I thought it was. There we go.